Bono East no Oshe Mania yet provisionally 11 constituencies are Bono East no ni ayebetima ka say bia sesi safe edema ana so blue Techiman South ni nyina asoso green provisionally ni ayate their electoral commission as certify no yade nyina so bebro of course yabeko regions no nyina emu na enkomo a edididi akire no yakwa akofa ni nyina ede abro enti hyanenso aha Sompa election house yera Sami Jamfi national communications officer de ma NDC womo ye ensemtrofo enhwemu yenko emra.
The number of seats we have won per the provisional results we have collated internally are 11 constituencies, and these 11 constituencies are Tamale North, Sagnerigu, Kumbungu, Tamale South, Mion, Sabuba, Tamale Central, Zabu, Tatale, Nanton, and Yendi. Of course, Willensi has been won by an NDC person who ran as an independent candidate. Now in the Bunu East region, the home region of the incoming First Lady of Ghana, I can tell you on authority that out of the 11 constituencies, we have won 10 out of the 11. And the only one that we didn't win is Techiman South, but all others, so I need not mention that we've won. I can also tell you that in the Bono region, the home region of the national chairman of the great NDC, and should I say the national communications officer, out of the 12 constituencies, the NDC has won 11 over 12. We have won in constituencies, and it is unimaginable, unbelievable, incredible that even some of us struggle to believe the scale of the victory that God has graced us with, and the people of this country, have given us. Then in the for region, out of the 6 constituencies, I can tell you on authority that we have won 5 out of the 6. The only one that it appears we didn't win is Tanonof. Then in the Ashanti region, the stronghold, the so-called stronghold of the MPP, which I dare say has been turned into a swing region on the basis of the outcome of this year's election. In Ashanti region, so far,
Sompa FM
7 constituencies without any district. We won 7. We've added 3 to the 4 we had already, and these 3 have already been declared by the EC. In total, we've not won 7. This is what the internally collated results we have shows that we have won for now. But there are 3 constituencies in contention, which we believe we have won. And those constituencies are the Mankrauso area, Owoahene East, and then Tepa. So these 3 constituencies, there are serious contentions there that I'll be speaking to. And we believe that if you add that, we should be around somewhere 10 or so. So, but the ones that there are no disputes about, we've not had any challenges with, have to do with 7 out of the 47. And we are still following keenly the 3 other constituencies in contention relative to the parliamentary results. For the Eastern region, the home region of the failed despotic tyrant Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, the NDC in the presidential election is hovering around 47%. And in the parliamentary election, out of the 33 constituencies, the NDC has won 10. And another independent candidate who ran on the ticket of the NDC has won 1. And the 10 we have won in the Eastern region are in Sawama Dwadri, the constituency of the minority chief whip. The arrogant minority chief whip. Another prayer.
Sompa FM,
which is Adesso, the capital. Lower West Action, Asamankese, Abui, Fantiakwa North, Esujaman, Payosikana She. Lower Menya Krobo, Upper Menya Krobo, Yellow Krobo, and Afram Plains South constituency. We won Afram Plains North, but it was an independent candidate from the NDC who won that. In the Greater Accra region, the capital of Ghana, out of the 34 constituencies, per our internally collated provisional results, we can tell you that we've won 30 out of the 34. We've won Adan, we've won Sege, we've won Ibu Pram, we've won Po Katamanso, Shai Osudoku, Ashaman, Tema East, Tema West, Crowell, Lejokuku, Naradi Kutupo, Kotikoli, Odududio, Ablikuma South, Ablikuma Central, Ablikuma West has been declared. Osla is a goner. Amasaman, Adenta, Madina, Ayawaso North, Ayawaso West were gone, Ayawaso East, Domia Nobum, Okaipe North, Okaipe South, Ayawaso Central, Domi Pabinyan, and I'm just receiving confirmation that we have won Botiano English among Fuma. Now we've won. There are a few others in contention that we are still battling it out with the MPP and the Electoral Commission, and I'm going to speak about that. But if for nothing at all, we know that Ayawaso Central and Ablikuma West have been declared by the Electoral Commission. We've won that without any question. In the voter region, World Bank, the proud World Bank of the great NDC, there are 18 constituencies. One mistakenly went to a man called Peter Mehu in 2020. Now that constituency, the whole constituency, has come back home to the NDC. And I can tell you that we've won 18 over 18. In the OT region, out of the 9 constituencies, the NDC has won 9 over 9. 100%. In the central region, the home region of our mother and the incoming first female vice president of the Republic of Ghana. The region which also happens to be the home region of the current majority leader of parliament, Dr. K.C. Latuposin. I can tell you that out of the 23 constituencies, we have won 18. And in the western region, I can tell you that in the western region, which is a swing region, just like the central region, out of the 17 constituencies, the NDC has so far won convincingly, based on our internally collated provisional results, 15 out of the 17. The only ones that we didn't win from the results we have are Takrade and Ifia. In the Western North constituency, which has 9, Western North region, which has 9 constituencies, I can tell you on authority that we have won 8 out of the 9. The only one we did not win is Swaman. The BNE has been won by the NDC. And so if you do a brief summary of the tentative provisional results we have collated, so far, even if you take out the contentious ones, the NDC is hovering around 185
Sompa FM.
Out of the 276. And as you saw from the results we showed you, the presidential results, we are hovering around 56%. And for your information, in nominal terms, the difference between John Mahama and Alhaji Bawumia is over 1.5 million votes. And that number is bigger than the population of about 5 countries that I know. So we are not talking about an ordinary victory here.
I'm again. Right, enti ebusuafo Yera Sami Jamfi, National Communications Officer Edema NDC ena na one nsɛmtwerɛfo kasa eno. Okay, yen sign komra.
very clear that by the close of day, we would have resolved all the other ones with disputes, and this number is likely to go up. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the most worrying issue for us at the moment has to do with the attitude of some criminally minded EC officials in some of the constituencies. Not all of them. Some have been very professional and they have done their work dutifully. But others are deliberately delaying the collation of resource at various constituency collation centers. That is escalating tensions and leading to violence. In some places, our supporters have been shot at. Some have been murdered. Already you know that in Toron, a supporter of the NDC has been murdered by thugs of the NPP under the instructions of the PC for the NPP there, Habib. We had the same incident at Kaswa, Awutu Senior East constituency. One supporter murdered, another seriously injured. By the way, that gangster woman is out of parliament. She's a goner, she's lost. How comes? And the day of accountability and reckoning is coming for her. But aside these sad events we have recorded, only last night at Mankranso will be what? Ahafuano Southwest. Ahafuano Southwest constituency, ladies and gentlemen. From the collation we did internally, we knew that we had won the constituency, but we had to go to the designated constituency collation center to go through the collation process, the official collation process with the EC. When we went there was a dispute about one polling station results, which our polling agents had objected to at the polling station level, which had to do with overvoting of about 3 overvoting. And our agents were of the opinion that that case of overvoting also existed in other polling stations. So, so at Mankranso, there was overvoting in connection with one polling station, and the votes involved were about 3 more. And we have cause to also believe that the results from other polling stations also had the same irregularity of overvoting. So a protest was made. Now, as we were thrashing that out with the Electoral Commission, we saw some EC officials coming to the collation center with a ballot box. And so our people resisted. They took the ballot box, and when they opened, the ballot box was full of ballot papers, and all of them had been thumb-printed for Alhaji Bawumia. And so they destroyed the ballot box. And so in the heat of the moment, in the midst of that pandemonium, the EC officials called the military to come in. When the military got there, the reasonable thing they ought to have done, because none of those supporters were holding any offensive weapon, and they could have simply engaged them to restore calm and order to the place. But they just got there and fired at the people. And they murdered, one person at the spot and injured over 4 people at Mankranso. That is what has happened there. All right, so that is Mankranso. Please, let me just put out this information. It is very, very important, ladies and gentlemen. I'm also receiving the final internally collated provisional results for the Techiman South constituency in Boone East. And contrary to the earlier indication we had, it is very clear that the NDC has also won the Techiman South. So overall for Blue East, we won 11/11. 11/11. That is the indication we have for Blue East. So the earlier communication from the regional secretariat has been amended. I told you that there were some contentious issues over there, but they've been rectified, and we have our pink sheets, and from our pink sheets we have won. And so it is now left for the Electoral Commission to do the needful. Thank you. So the challenges we are having has to do with number one, Mankran. So the same thing has also happened at Tepa, where from our internally collated results, we won the election. We went to the Constituency Coalition Center for the coalition. All pink sheets were present, were there at the center. Yet the EC official was pussyfooting, dragging her feet, refusing to commence the coalition. Our people led by the parliamentary candidate for the NDC pressed on her to commence the coalition. She still refused without giving any reason, because she had the full complement of all pink sheets. And we didn't understand why she had to delay the coalition process. Ladies and gentlemen, one of our agents decided to go behind the coalition center to go and urinate. And when he went, he saw that a pink sheet, which is the main EC copy, had been torn into pieces, folded, and thrown into the bush. So he took it and saw that, no, this is the EC's copy for a particular polling station. Why has it been destroyed and thrown into the bush? So he brought it in, and it led to some exchanges, verbal exchanges between our people and them, because clearly this was an EC official who wanted to create the grounds for the delay in the coalition by destroying a pink sheet from a polling station. So we protested, and our people decided that once they have done that, we are not going to allow any EC official to come to the coalition center with any new pink sheets. Because that is their game plan. They have a lot of ballot papers. And by the way, this is the only election in the history of Ghana since 1992 that we have seen printed ballot papers and pink sheets flying all over. We've never seen this in the history of Ghana. So they have it in ballot boxes with seals from the Electoral Commission ready for ballot box swapping, pink sheet swapping, and so on. But thanks to the vigilance of our polling station agents, observers, and supporters, we have been able to block this evil plot of the NPP. And so, because our supporters decided to prevent EC officials from going to the coalition center with new pink sheets, which obviously were concocted and fabricated, they called in soldiers. Soldiers got there and started shooting indiscriminately. Thankfully for them, nobody got injured, nobody got murdered. But they scattered the place and destroyed all the ballot papers and all the electoral materials. So that is a challenge we are having there. And we are having a similar challenge with coalition in Owoahene East as well. The NPP is refusing to allow the coalition, to take place. So that is what is happening in Ashanti region. In Wenchi, I don't know the situation now, but before I came to address you, the brief we had was that everything is ready. The results, all the pink sheets are ready. The EC official responsible for the coalition is dragging her feet, refusing to do the coalition. And that is escalating tensions in the area. If you go to, even here in Greater Accra, I spoke about Ayawaso Central, which has now been declared, we thank God. But Okaikwe Central and Tepa Central, there are serious security issues because of these deliberate, this deliberate delay of coalition in certain critical constituencies that the NPP believes the NDC has won. And in most of the constituencies, the NPP agents are nowhere to be found. For example, in some of the Bunu constituencies we have won, they are nowhere to be found to sign the results as collated. And EC officials are saying we are waiting for them. We want to tell the Electoral Commission that if the NPP will not come and sign, declare the results. It is not by force that polling agents sign. If they are not there to sign, at the end of collation, declare the results. And spare the nation the tension you have plunged us into. And Alhaji Bawumia, for God's sake, you are an Alhaji. You call yourself Dr. Digital. So I'm sure that by now, through your many digital applications, you have collated your results. You know you have lost. Please, call your senior brother, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, concede defeat and congratulate him. And save this nation the unnecessary tension that you and your goons have plunged us into. Enough of the killings, enough of the violence. Ours is a democracy governed by the rule of law. The will of the people expressed at the polls is supreme and must stand. Be a Democrat and respect the will of the people. Leading figures of your party have already considered defeat. Richard Anyagba has considered defeat. Even the defectees from the NDC who came to support your cause have considered defeat, like Alote Jacobs. All of them. What are you waiting for?
FM.
Ghana is the only country we have. So please, do the needful. Concede defeat and call your supporters to order. And IGP Dampare will continue to commend you and the Election Security Task Force for the human job you have done. But your job is not done because we are nowhere near the conclusion of the electoral process. Your work is being undermined by certain elements in the New Patriotic Party and their collaborators in the military. What we are seeing at constituency collation centers is not what the IGP promised us, and it is not what the CDS promised us. And we know that they are not a party to what is happening. But only they can stop the nonsense going on. And they have to put their foot down. They have a choice to make. You choose between the NPP and the Constitution of Ghana. Choose between the outgoing government and the supreme sovereign people of Ghana. Your fidelity is to the Constitution of Ghana and not the NPP. They have lost. Nothing can save them. They can't kill all the people in Ghana. There is no way you can overturn this results through violence. There is no way. So, if they will not do the needful by conceding defeats, we want you to put your foot down and stop the nefarious activities of these MPP thugs who have been clothed in military uniforms. And in some cases, real military men who have been given directives to go to constituency collation centers, scatter the place, shoot at people and all that. Human lives matter. Nobody is supposed to lose their life because of an election. We are appalled and disgusted by what is going on. The NDC has lost elections before, even when we were in power in 2016. We handed over power peacefully. Nobody died. Nobody was murdered. Even under Flight Lieutenant Jerry John Wallace, who was a soldier in 2000 when we lost power, not a single Ghanaian lost his life. In 2008, under J.A. Kufuor, an MPP president, the MPP lost power. There was a peaceful transition of power. Nobody died. In 2016, nobody died under John Mahama. Why is it that only you, in 2020, you killed 8 people? That blood is not enough for you. And you are still killing people. As we speak, you've killed over 4 people in this election. How many more do you want to kill? How many innocent civilians do you want to injure and hurt? You have lost. It's as simple as that. Your Sisifia campaign, I told you, it's as simple as that. And it is time to pack your things and leave the Jubilee House. Yes. And we want to tell the Electoral Commission, Madame G. Mensah, the peace and stability of Ghana now depends on you. You are the returning officer for the ongoing presidential election. Your officers are deliberately delaying the collation process in some constituencies and in some regions. Please, madam, do the needful. Direct them to fast track the process. Where they have the full complement of pink sheets, there is no legitimate reason why they should delay the process. There is no legitimate reasons. In some regions, like Greater Accra, I mean, the declared results are not even more than 5. Meanwhile, the results are ready. What are you waiting for? And the situation is not any different in most of the regions.
Sompa FM.
And so please, we call on the media, the Peace Council, the chiefs, the pastors, to call the EC to order. This is the time for them to intervene. The NDC has remained law-abiding and peaceful. We've acted responsibly against serious provocation from the MPP. Our people have been murdered, beaten to pulp, attacked, yet we have exercised restraint. But we will not sit aloof for EC officials to deliberately delay the electoral process in cahoots with the NPP for the sole purpose of giving room to thugs of the NPP to manipulate the results, at least at the parliamentary level. We will not allow that. So they must fast track the process. In constituencies where there are no disputes over polling stations, they must fast track the process. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you very much for your attention.
Right, and for Yera Sami Jemfi, National Communications Officer Dema NDC Amanyoku, and yete say on some trophy kasa, and some day waburu biso ewo ha enom or say enkonwa bia efi afi 1992 bepem sabre NDC enwene dampo no womo etime arene bi na ohwe na kontabuo no a womo edi nkunim no sadia ono oka yebeko ye nsem trophy ho na yakwa akodididi enkomo bebre osande tomu se ohwe asante maimu asante regional ade ananka nyina yenim se ye NPP baabi ana hoden ejina nanso se sei NDC atimi aboyuram a se sei yamana ba be ye baabi a obi anya obi a etumi ebowuram eko pre bibi ewo ho enti eno so ye nsem a ewo ho enom well yebesha se na yakokọ emiamia na yakotie ye nsem twerefo yendi kan kokwa da so eye nana yaw amankwa ewo ahoma no so yene nana yaw amankwa ebekọ akode enkomo sasia na yahwe dia ewo echura eba right yebehwe na yedi enkomo no ede afria nana good morning.
Good morning, Oliver.
Na anope apomwe
Adom enye na dom ni pa breye pa
enye hwe kafra oman adwuma ye wade ayeyi na wa na waye
salete
right nana boyamane anope ba bia wugina yatumi akenkan abu akonta ama electoral commission at the stamp team so ana
okay na chief for kwaba from kwada so constituency
right
ye buso ye kenkan we shall say and no mrebe no ko abapa mu ni akenkan ya pusa Sunday akabe police stations mako 5 Manchester ja
right
o maka bibie wie na se mu ya odin kumenya wo reye so far so good me dey ekoso boko na twani etwese final results the babani and say asimesi ana obentin na edin kunim me said that man you so you simply for the can be actually na so there to drama tie for na before na so ati me ekoso kwada so constituency
yo nana money yo wanu hwam so ni awonsa so mu sesie wadaroma fa no bi tu yanima yenhwe sede a enema no ekro
okay yes for so atuma iraban police station ana mfase eboma pro efie so ejamene bi papa go for area so anymore na ahono no na yes enipa but when you to the camera make sense say no matter go to the camera
right
yes specifically enipa 724 and I say the real super just about na nyame adoma ebo no this officials the man say you dey biano maybe 489 and actually about na you know people you be doing you know presidency no generally ma MPP and now we know here 407
right
now you ba NDC and presidential we do ma NDC also enya 69. Na yeba MP the Jelima MP ya enya 400 and yeba NDC the Jelima MP before only 78. Na yeba movement for change convention na enya 4. Resource yet said that presidential when you have 4. Parliamentary TNC.
Nana, okay, can you now boom presidential no? Why now? Or Niput cross when I need the air form. Okay, can you now boom or Honoma?
So far, so good. There is a part of the MP before so good that I want to say. It's a very popular dominana. We did see after Professor Kinsinapo, I would deal for MP man part of the presidency. MP to do we did see after South said bar presidential before MPP. We did see after it's like animal strong food at the man MP. The choice is the other Sampa MPP Napa. Napa local people Napa. It's not a higher form food at the man MPP. She said MPP parliamentary on the presidential.
Okay. Enti say okay kan nyina bomu akontabuo no mu a unim say MPP betimi afa because ho your stronghold. Okay. Now the electoral commission nyam fast so no won keka bomu no o sha and say no bia enya.
Okay, so far so good. So you're in the percentage wise, I mean to me number 3 to the percent of young people that are right. When the percentage wise, the big market said 150, over 78%. Okay. So no parliamentary on the presidency and only over 78%. Right. Because when the people they try now the certified results when they achieve people now for them.
Okay. Okay. Now, say honoma bibia koye miamia bi etese basabasa ye BCC honso
so far so look like a sensata sentence na ka people na so other so ka enema ekodi yanchi otimi wakame odi awagona fuma na wakasesi ame media kudu obaba mbepo so a media okay ewa hanom de
okay yo na ye be don say na everypam ye be san about hobiem
eba chama ba
for any aboti ye nana yawo amankwa akwada so no de amane boy efri ba ye yenko juaben kwabena jesi ejina ahoma no eso kwabena ma che right na anope juaben amane bo kire sen yabu akonta no aduru hen
na na chief na ache eba Sompa TV Sompa radio so
sure
and I don't be 1 o'clock on the collation no eba ehye so na na old Jaben court ho one collation court so na omo kan na na bom presidential no Dr. Mahon Mahomia ojina man people no nya 20,821 and David Augustus Lati onya 26 Christian Kwabena Andrews onya 28 Kofi Akpalu onya 6 Muhammad Frempong onya 7 ana Akosua Frempong kuma onya 38 John Dramani Mahama former president ojina NDC onya 8,137 Hassan Abdullah Ayariga onya 23 do onosunya 3 Kofi Kwanti onya 3 George Temu Banyadu onya 7 Nana Kwame Bedi Akon onya 304 Alan John Chamatinya 117 rejected ballots near 396 total valid vote cast near 29,000 what 913 29,913 number of police stations 90 so about presidential parliamentary so Francis Kwabena Brimpong Owusu Acheampong onya 21,168 21,168 Eunice Owoahene Acheampong NDC candidate onya 8,421 rejected here 230 total valid vote casting here 29,819 when Gabin constituency collation yeah satisfy yeah or use media in Sasha yeah Gafa na mebe ko na maga ko ready eno so asie timidu ana eno so media mamu
yo Kwabena yebeda ase ene wamane bo ente yebetwe wo de aka ekire nyina okay ebusuafo mayensan ko eye mfimfin mantam emu Eric Anan ewo ahoma so Eric good morning right say mfimfin mantam mu amane bo kire sen ewo ho
that's mfimfin mantam mu nyaye dogo na no afi ana commission of results ebusua osimo no leader who will be on commission it's abandoning the idea it's human lower than chance so ana keep pushing yes I say keep pushing
okay
we keep pushing results we see ana MPP the new patriotic party presidential no only 14,502 14,502 Sanso Anna NDC onya 25,004 we are around production maintain independent onya 130 Sanso Anna yeni abema cheddar ono onya 652 eno presidential no parliamentary say Anna ekoye keep pushing ade a yeni abema was echo onsia ono ejini mu ma MPP onya 17,045 ana incumbent MP honorable Kwamina Mintanyaku of the NDC ono onya 23,521 nese NDC ana incumbent MP no asanso aweteni seat keep pushing ade a PPP candidate ono ejina aye friend Thomas and ono onya 292 total valid vote cast no 40,858 sanso ana rejected ballot no eko 956 ni no na ade a keep pushing no ti we no ese nipa anase nipa mo so abano total valid vote cast no keep pushing no 41,129 well in terms of so human lower denture presidential no say ana results no itimi ekokoye ewo hono we about na 13,933 sanso ana GCP ina 30 good ina 69 LPG Ofia Palu ina 11 NDP Mohammed Sompa ina 6 sanso ana CPP ina 38 NDC where John Dramani Muhammad ina 12,423 sanso ana APC ina 38 here asana ya Kofi Chamanti independent ina 6 sanso ana George Ochi Bayama and 5.
Okay.
Now I'm going to be a consider and 195 and Alan production 75.
Right.
Total very good customer 26,836.
Okay.
26,836. And a total rejected ballot 833. Total very good customer 27,667. 27,667. Local parliamentary now say and a Lawrence Communal Agency, on Exim Bank CEO, on 17,228, on MPP 17,228. Anna, lawyer said the Japan Nansa on Edema NDC, 9,527, 9,527. Yes, it is him. MPP candidate, or she ended from Honor Sanso Anna PPP candidate on Ujina, something on 113, 113. Total very good customers, 27,082. So beside population center, Abra Azebu Pamontesi. And I'm right. So when they remaining now, population is also Owoahene Acheampong Abra Azebu Pamontesi. The total population of 76,196.
Right.
From polling centers are among 164. As I'm a previous 8 o'clock, now a polling centers now at 3. That's presidential. Now at 3. I'm a political presidential. And people there say it's a presidential. Women parliamentary in Aka or Millennium politics. And also, results in the they say it's for now for massive Sompa election house.
Yo, Eric, you better see bebre amanebo wo de aba Sompa election house. Abatu enyina no ade se aha na ye de resource no ma wo. Ma yensan kwa ahoma no so ebiem. Okay. Ye be san akona yakwa akodi nkomonte wo hwa amanebo eba no central region de no bi na yensa aka. Ye reporters no nyina wo mo ato apete constituencies no nyina mu ye bo modern say ye be connect wo mo nyina na ya hwe sedia resource no crop resource no dia ya certify nia edasoa provisional ye de nyina bro wo election house na maka wo say Jumadie enam Sompa TV ha ena eko Sompa radio ahodo 93.1 sanso ena 90.7 ewo enkranza ena 98.9 ni nyina ewo ho mamema yera asante yeboa Benedict Achena yentoa so emfi aha enom na yenko yenim sebe ya bibia ebeye kama ewo ha ede amao amayen editor mema no Achena afi yahwe na ni nyina mu na yegusu a ye hwe se other reporters nso ebe pass through na yatie wo mo resource ewo ha enom na yetume akọ yanim kama ha eyewo election house. Okay, mayenti we through ansa na editor eremu yera Ebenezer Owusu ansa ahafo ano southwest and east no or ahomano eso. Eben, good morning.
Good morning, Openi.
Na apom to say
Sabri amno kase de menyan kwa home de amida na be menyan.
Yo. Ehefa na awrade de ya beduru ewo ahafo ano southwest and in the east.
Enwa ano jene de na kwa akoye mujasem ewo southwest asi.
Right.
Sisi amno kasa de yentini fa babia amatu gase presidential say NDC na din kunum anase MPP na din kunum ewo samens no parliamentary nso yentini fa bibia amatu gase NDC na din kunum anase MPP na din kunum san say enwa da no ya de say mentene ho ase na afenso etuo tutuatoto ekofo a eka ho bi ema anopra me no ka say ba kwato na nanu won se do ba
and so episode prepare more dia kesenya asem keto a wo mi na ya bo achi edo ma ba konfa no cha abaya usabem na ahafo no south east ho no de e ya de say ekwo boko e ma yetimi declare presidential no e na afro so parliamentary no na presidential no se de siko ni MPP amani kuno Dr. Mahmoud Baumia enya 13,909 NDC Omampani John Dramani Mahama enya 15,163
right
15,163 let's just say Omampani John Dramani Mahama ahaforo southeast watimi edi kunim ewa wo so konanim pam na wi achi no e ba parliamentary no na enipa mienu enetimi eginaye enipa mienu no onimanyafo Freddy Kofi Acheampong adodo na afa na achi yenyinaye nim yenya Freddy Kakti achese wo yensem troni mapa achese wo so ekogina biem eno achi no so Yakubu Muhammad wo 2020 no wone incumbent MP no ene ya de say ekoya we musa repeat ni bema wo sade no koy ewi achi no no ni nyafo Freddy Kofi Acheampong wonya 14,152 ena oni nyafo Yakubu Muhammad wonya 15,609 15,609 let's say Yakubu Muhammad woro eye NDC amani ko mu ni no watimi awene edi kunima tese se amani o kase no woti apatama nyame adoma obekwa koso anu no so baba yam ase begani edi ama de hye na ewo sa abato peso anu so eti se amani o kase de ahaforo south west ya de say yetimi fa ababia no so ja aposifo na afro susu na sojafo ena etimi age premises aboso a yenyina so wo ha se ye twen se bibia betuma wie pe na omotimi de results o hayde ababetuga
right eben ye das na ahafo no south west no wo se obi kura afirimu obetima boyemu nchemu kakra de na si ye poten
Edward de kusi ye nyina ne say o say na results no enyam emeto dwa no eti na akwa say delay ena omanfo bi no hu say asa ade ni delay eti ade ni delay no ena o mo so che say e wo say about committee no e de susaso ne ba bonten say 2020 no sa 2020 no e ball 10:30 pepe no na results na ti na ba beto dwa eya de say amanfo mu jubilate no mu so ayedin so ayedin eno na ekofa sa se mu nyina ba ya o ma for che say o mo for results no ma bonte mo for results no ma bonte a o ma fa ma no ena de mint mo wase ne sha che say eba enti de star man ne trigger ni nyina ye say let say branch ba ku bi say wo de ballot box no so de koyo ena branch ne ko che ne de o sakika no kakra enti o mo che ni o sakika no kakra na hit na start ye de eba itina start ba ena so just for no say omo fara warning shot no eti warning shot no na eko ba say start boba toto eti na mo for no pa asoja for no police for no boba ena omo so say so omo to eturo eti we omo to say de omo to ehwe ni pa na so no omo to di hwe ni pa no so to the sheni palace e me kan bi ma ni plan bebre no etimi prepare ya chese ebi mo so afiri mu ato na nanu mo nse dem
okay and you say number do say na afiri mu o
nipa ba ko e na no pe ya chese mo afiri mu e na 7 enso so no etu kan wo ma ye bi mo kokon no chi
sure okay eben ye beda wase na ni ebesi akire bia afiri ahafo no south west no nso no na wasan aboya mane nyame nshraw ewo eduma pa odinam Sompa election house nyame nshraw bebre right abusuafo enti era Ebenezer Owusu ansa ahafo no south west na east amanebo na ode ebre ye no yera asante yebo Benedict edaso ewo eha enom opani yemoachi ebiem
yenio
mumoni adwuma yedi akire adwuma moaye firi enora noa de bepem ene a ye ba be somu ebie moabo adwuma nyame nhira mo papa pa amanebo asofa yagye no anopay press conference a yera sami jamfi be ye de na wo fa firi mu
yo mini Owoahene medasi pi
right
o hwe samije mfi asem na wakana as journalist yentimi fan sem ni nyina just on the dot said do fa bi agatu by hwe kakra bi uma Oma me NDC for as a political power, Oma make inroads, and I say Oma komenim. Me dey mean person major to say Oma kasa Oma win sitting, but we share presidential votes no munya or some of these traditional constituencies and MPP winning kra no a just as Mahama ho ayedin.
Sure.
We seat wise now, and as a parliamentary seat, and as a NDC nya omotimanya more than 170 seats. Be emphatic.
Every credit me abo.
A bit of papa them in front on the higher side or lower side, any 170. Whichever way, it's become so clear, say parliamentary majority no. Omawinianisa. Election no, we say yet report who do your monitoring from other centers. NDC a timia mini city bi o ha enwanwa but no kre wa sempa no say o wa minia wo hwe ba bia Mahama awini bia na o wini biti no MP
ono wene e ma na ho den no e bro
ne mra hye bedwani no so even na Ashanti region kra no se na mprinya 2000 Mahama beti banya be 2500 but on the part of Bawumia ni MP ne timi nya bia 17 na Bawumia nya bia be 16 eno na akoso ahano saa wo the various constituencies across the country no and we ade a figures ne ba out nyina no we monitoring
we observe
ha
right
Bawumia and then tells it from the look of things I say the parliamentary MPP parliamentary candidates omo ye popular chain Bawumia as a candidate for the party what they say but Mahama so a popular chain most of his parliamentary candidates that is the basic observation
what are they account for no on both sides
well it's so simple
okay
Bawumia most of these MPs ni nyina ebia ko 2 3 so on the face of the ballot no
sure
omunim no and most of these MPs omo te constituency ho sabi eche Bawumia MPP before yi Bawumia is the best no be August or baby na say omuyi no
yes
no omuyi last year no
last year
na mom no o yi ni running mate inside omo say campaign gidigidi nyina no we were MPP wa tra constituency omunim no Bawumia wan call one polling station more than 2 or 3 times but what you say by here NDC Mahama wa call constituencies bi okọ with this listening to whatever to no we nyina na wani omu hyehyia saa nti na say omo hu no and Mahama so from 2012 Mfana that 2008 or running mate
wa market no ho
omunim no nti Bawumia first time na oba no ballot no kwa sabi ye nto no so aba wo so da enu nya ye factor nti no ye amafo nim no in terms of on the face of the pinch then omunim no but MPs no bisu so oma hu oden MP akọ be mi no na miensa wo ne constituency no definitely no
na hu oden be
wo soro say omo reject ne pe e be say affect Bawumia mo and say baby a MPP parliamentary candidate nya bia 70 for instance Bantama say for look of things na asenso otimi between polling stations otimi between bia 10 15 now be kan bom nya be constituency be say bia 150 but we say e come more than 1,500 or 2,000 no so they multiply constituency what Ghana be say 275 on say e cost so pa ntino enu nyina ye niam akon atia MPP at the moment wo hwe some Jeff press conference about ye na minu utimu say Ashanti region yate yenye confirmed say akrofrom can NDC win akrofrom I can say yes or no because now votes margin baby are not votes no say baby are NPP are when ba Ashanti be be a be say nipa wo nya be say 15,000-16,000 no and ma say woni wo mudi nkomo na wo mre dan constituency nipa be say 100,000 80,000 ebi ni afano south east and west say no question this for ntimi awenia na margin of votes a little over 1,000 offensive north a little over 1,000 little over and the bossa na who your campaign no Vince enyedin and the general impression say Mahama betima weni say Mahama betima weni dia and yemfa ma na yempiso prekwan
right because of even the 8th parliament experiences a yehunu wo made yemu ntino akoye te say baby udwan gina no na ne bagina
ho o say Mahama ka mempe skirt and blouse say ma weni na minya me mashe bedwani esa mintimi mu man no
sure
ebi eto mutum chende Bawumia so kan and MPP was marketing Bawumia more Ebia one when ye during the last 2-3 months no. Na Bawumia no marketing more. Na some person Bawumia e share ni MP bia so. By probably saying ke more MP for more money come ko MPs no ho a. And then come market because it will go to a time as an MP be a chance about me on your campaign. I said Bawumia made the flagship campaign in the constituency.
Okay.
Acheampong, for instance. I'm not so sure. Say what is being but now earlier report is and this MPP we ne seat na one of the safer seats. But oko baby na nwa so be kwa eye western of hona. Na afedo be no obre. Former boss CEO what you say. Enti no the make up say Bawumia ma wa.
Na omu nyina ache oye
trend. Na MP no oye dey. Meanwhile, I say no na why flagship of their campaign. But constituency no. Enema maye ohono, mo market ya. Eda ebetimi o market nya na market Bawumia so. And the MP ne enya popular be affect Bawumia because Bawumia this is first time.
Okay. In your own assessment no, work well at the man NDC this time around.
Oh, minia why the mimi hu ye say in 2020 elections. Na do enjoy the media space.
Right.
Because with COVID-19, our starting year address from April or March 2020, no. One of the voice that we were listening to. And then I intimate your campaign say, what you saying, no. And then because be a fellow Ghanaians. We are MPP or NDC, you be forced to listen to him. And then I am we far everything the campaign kwa na do kwa anya campaign pi but that follow Ghanaians and now address no he got that sympathy,
right?
But Mahama where was he doing the campaign? And then the na do 2020 more with that COVID fund no. Oh you watch interventions or the Google acquire 2020 no and mama for either he was just an obvious candidate. So what I said design money but 2020 elections mean both parties had campaigned. On my papa because for the first time I have one at East and West send this for Gueni. We free one we about a sitting katia call at 2 forcing call, some fee call. So I was always asking me producer cook was the cook. At the end of what I was how me crowns me you call back. Me come for both parties in your nothing say. And this was so charged. And you know, minia, and yama our camera NDC no. All say the economy, number one. Share. Senema eboefo. Enye kumase nkwa na neboofo. Enka airfo. Western region airfo. Greater penny say Voter region central
all the regions in nyina.
And for that matter, anema so boadia.
Sa na tie wo ba bia.
And you know, economy no suffer so much since 2022. Economy na bressa as eba. Now I say the way NDC was managing Dumso in 2016. Hey, I say Dumso na ba woman na ye. In the mra omo ka so ma install panels or master plaza park na Ghana for because of the past experience in Enyi na enyi. Pacha what you say? Ntino enema recommend this year doso. Sounds enema recommend this winning year doso. Sounds enema so recommend people lose so mo lose wa doso. Say the best I catch it if we nya say nya hwefo ne say yes madwene ama the possible outcome. So HSS say wo ni a say na ebi betima ko ni say na say wo ye ulu susu a say na say wo ye a process. Just as victory is a process, you better prepare what you so for defeat, so that Emma boss said a boba and I said a bullet be.
We share regions nka yebeka say traditionally hoye baby MPP a hoden e war na ayakoye say NDC e wura mu no yebeka say MPP ye complacent ana
minia enye complacent enye complacent MPP in this election because omo campaign pa
right
and another campaigned even Kufo in the long run also campaigned and when I saw Kufo doing campaign I catch him say I deny it
right
because Nanado now was suffer credibility crisis because na Ghana for ni mudie no
nigidie na ye wo no ekofom.
So the Kufuor factor must come in to supplement Bawumia at that particular time. But it came quite too late.
Time I am former president.
Now too late. Because the only thing Obi Oye observer man say Omambanyi Kufuor has been silent since Akufo-Addo came to power from 2016. 17 or by. BBN no can be. Sir, who can be a? Na ya papa oboni. Sir that you be can be a. E be hwe de o kan ye no. Yaju adi mo. Pastor what you say? COVID-19 one kasa. Ye twitwa sebe amanfo sika so one kasa. Enyam economy one kasa. Bibia one kasa na say last show and abekasa. People will tell you say I said we are being selective of the issue on the ground. And you know maka say enyama ma MPP wene ye NDC wene ebe wene and I say MPP be lose no. Edoso. Sanso na enyama ebe kontia akon na kontia MPP so ombe lose no so. Edoso. Adiama akon. During the last 3 weeks, MPP wasn't campaigning.
The last 3 weeks. No one campaign.
This is how
basically so now more day.
You know
okay.
Okay, we in Century. What was MPP's last message and our campaign? In fact, say message and doubt during the last 3 weeks. Then now, oh, Kaibi. Would they be very okay
at the national level or no? Mechanic saying both solutions are
both solutions no. What is the solution? Both no
ye den yan to man translate and yan chirma ma
say both no
say
and own last 3 weeks don't know me say they were attacking NDC programs.
Okay,
I go get your man come again in the anti. NDC for granting me and can conquer the Gafena and no about MPP before Neka, go conquer and to Museum. So what is going on?
And the moon message I'm Muamubeka.
Then I feel more attack came open and most more message.
Right.
Most a flat rate at port. Again, I'm a fan. One church remain. No business class and you must submit to me. What this election? Business class, Oman to Abano.
Right.
24-hour economy. Eh, Mahama Deba continue church. And so muna mu power muna mu cheche mama abeto amanfo etri because do the last 2-3 now this for omonka 24-hour economy ni bi mu na mo ba beja the economy what I say mama can say the elections about the economy to paid sir word no use here no and it's true and you know enema bia na omo ye wo obi a humble observer what you say no enema ni nko serious I will say wo message no ka wo ka na wo ka opponent there. But I saw okay.
Chief, my call electoral commission na onu me central for enshemu na yenko TB emra sesia. Okay. We Dr. Alhaji Mahmudu Bawumia oye in central enshemu yenkomra.
Of seats. However, I believe ultimately that these will not change the overall outcome. I have just called His Excellency John Dramani Mahama to congratulate him as President-elect of the Republic of Ghana. I said during the signing of the Peace Pact that I was sure of two things. Ghana will win and peace will reign. The people of Ghana have spoken. The people have voted for change at this time, and we respect that decision with all humility. I thank God Almighty for how far He has brought me, and I submit to His will. I am making this concession speech before the official announcement by the Electoral Commission
Sompa.
to avoid further tension and preserve the peace of our country. It is important that the world investor community continues to believe in the peaceful and democratic character of Ghana. These are our most important assets. Ghana is more important than our individual political ambitions, and we must always put Ghana first. While this was not our desired outcome, I say this is part of the democratic process. We put our best foot forward in the contest, explaining our policies and programs. However, it is sometimes the case that the voter would have other ideas. I am very proud of the efforts of our campaign team, and I thank them very much. I assure His Excellency John Dramani Mahama of my full support in the transition process. As committed Democrats, we pledge to ensure that we have a very smooth transition so that the business of government will continue seamlessly. The MPP would offer the needed support to the new government in a very responsible way. Ladies and gentlemen, we have conceded defeat like any consummate Democrat would do, but we have not abandoned the fight to transform Ghana and expand opportunities to all sections of our society. We will not be a disruptive opposition, even though we would subject government actions and policies to strict scrutiny in the interest of our beloved nation. Our MPs, I am convinced, will do a thorough job to advance our democracy and ensure that the citizenry gets the best out of the democratic dispensation. To the rank and file of the New Patriotic Party, I know the feeling hurts, given that this is not the result you worked for. I know you would feel there is darkness ahead. That is natural, especially when in all sincerity you gave the assignment your all. But I assure you that we will regroup and come back even stronger. We will take stock of events and pick lessons to guide us going forward. In the interim, I urge you all to look into the future with optimism and hope. We may have lost the battle, but not the war. Let me also use this occasion to congratulate all MPs elect, with special emphasis on those from the MPP side. I would like to use this opportunity to thank His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, President of the Republic of Ghana and Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, for his support and guidance over the years. I extend sincere thanks to the First Lady, Mrs. Rebecca Akufo-Addo, for her support and wise counsel throughout my tenure as Vice President and during the 2024 electioneering campaign. I would like to thank my wife, Haja Samira Bawumia, who has gone over and above the call of duty in her support for me. My thanks also go to my children, my brothers and sisters, and the entire Bawumia family for their support. I also thank my running mate, Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh, and his wife Alma for their strong support in this campaign. I am eternally grateful to our revered traditional rulers, religious leaders, and the generality of Ghanaians for their support. I thank former President Kufuor, the Council of Elders, executives, and the rank and file of the New Patriotic Party for their solid support. To all Ghanaians who voted for me and the MPP to implement our proposed bold solutions, I thank you for the confidence you reposed in us. To all Ghanaians who didn't vote for me, and the MPP in this particular election. I thank you for considering my proposals, even though you exercised your right to choose by settling on the eventual winner. Let me also thank the Electoral Commission for overseeing yet another transparent and fair election in Ghana. I also thank the security services for their role in maintaining the peace. My thanks also goes to the media for their excellent reportage. Ghana has won. Thank you very much, and may God bless you, and God bless our homeland, Ghana. Thank you.
Yo, enti ebusiafo omampani abedi akire Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia odi MPP anim ekosa ena ode nanu di sama beto edwa no ose de aya na aye ese oye ho hwe enyeye wafre omampani Dada John Mahama yato abayi ne biem wabona baso ama no etire nkwa na ohyebo se omo bekoi mamu aye bedane ama omo no de be kan say transition period no omo behwe na omo na aye ne kama ewo ho ni nyina achi no nkugo no de ehu se omo adi bat ani suade hunu bibia ewo mu no omo de beye adwuma ewo ha ye kasai no Dr. Prince Obri ye boa aba abeka ye ho medical amanache na matie editor ansana mako Dr. Hono. Doctor, good morning.
Good morning.
Me ba na pomwe.
Nyame adom.
Yo, ye share ya che. Me da say. Okay, editor. What ye Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia. Dear now for film.
Well, make I say this is a hallmark of a democrat. Obi a waje communicate between you. Say now we are. You are given a hope in the future.
Sure.
I think one year on mampenyi obi a wapre mampenyi be adwa metimaka say the fastest concession say waje tumi si wo lusu abantempa o ka ho bi
Right.
Minu so be kaya 2016 Mahama twentwen na asia ma odi tumu second day na nwumre na do so 2016 2012 no kura na 2018 no lusu ye na court no as after the say aban no agya tum Supreme Court agya tum ansa to that 2012 2008 there oji tum ba no kura man tense so Bawumia will go line into the history as one of the presidential aspirant and for that matter obi a no unimu odua oji tum ntem because what can you do? Your own supporters and for that matter some regional ministers were conceding omaje to Zampa no you didn't too and Bawumia defeat is one of the overwhelming like ama and Usubri Abba. They say figures a man for Pekin. Mama could get between 56 or 55 to 56%. I was always telling myself, say, Abba no send this to Minya Greater Accra 58-59% to Ashanti region. They should forget it because no matter what the vote come from Ashanti region, it means it's Greater Accra because 2012 Mama we need there, but the margin of voting was just about 70,000. But this time round, you know, when you're 57, but when you're almost 60% in Greater Accra. The election, no, because the region being Mahama on your Ashanti region, one in a crown, is made huge incursion. Eastern region, for the first time, Mahama could get between 44 to 48% in Eastern region. So, a moon na atwaba Mahama and like. How Sami Jemfi was trying to tease the MPP flag bearer, no? Say, where dig down mine when you
find digital apps
because Bawumia is updated about the development. And what could you do? The process about 98-9% has been very peaceful. The BNY, ya peja snatch, ya go. And when your MPs are losing. It's becoming so apparent. Say, also you too, because nipa number come and say, "Jomanya, omani na lusu." Minya, and you know, he has done what a gentleman is expected, and media me looking into the way forward for the party. We say now, obi cry a NDC ni, ope kwa jina ni a. Hey, Bawumia, why are you? Pachawati say for that chip. The now you 2012. you call electoral petition we ya na or jitu mu na na obo mampanyin dada Mahama Abasu so why win and one it ended there so Bawumia so be it goes down for that personal record for the sweet transmission asem ba transition government is going to do transition omati committee in most cases you are the chief of staff you are that sad transition and then this is for so the team number they are only reconciling figures and near ma wabeye the wire draw the no person wire eka obey ni nyina in the form of a booklet or a document be paper no dia ma so that it becomes documented be to us that bia now when a mark 2016 transition and penifo no ko na mu no na pa na me ra ho say o man na obeso ye o man no see afa the face ho and then wo so baba when what do you do so election amfara mama mu no ye na di tumi ni mantim na bia momfa ani die ni man ni ehwe de akonti Bawumia wa ya de waje atum way forward minimum so on so ba dwene ho MPP amfara mata Ghana ye second ye di oman ba ye kra no minua for the first time anya Muslim
presidential candidate.
Not even Hillary man no nye Muslimi no ye not that but no free ho. This is the first time and this is the first message wenya me unless we Bawumia lose enya wan wa say I was asking myself Bawumia wasn't getting the no we need constituency with this election we need constituency in America say you call the religious constituency now. He is coming from the minority which is the Muslim, but Muslim means about 98% and support to NDC. You call the Christian community in Suswa. Almost support to MPP, but they were peeped. They were having doubts. Say, they come on Muslim, what's going to happen? And MPP ni pabiamento. So the constituency wise, let me who say Obi. So I was always asking myself, let's either it will be a landslide for Mahama or Bawumia can push you to a runoff, and unfortunately for NDC, the landslide is just creeping. You to me say this is possible. It's good to happen that way.
Right. Yera Santi Yeboah Benedict and our tenant Kano or editor Tarawan Media Edruma Dr. Prince Obri Yeboah Atransi Doctor Oshe Utie Alaji Bawumia Doctor or say be attention or minimum emu bedru ntino odi kan agye atom se wadi nkuguo ansankra na electoral commission aba abaye na announcement now that wagye atom se wadi nkuguo ne ade no de na expectation for electoral commission de wen
yo Owoahene dedikai mamena wase na menchia etifo ni ahefo
omojoso
say eno a dwumadie ni nti ye bre obi a me kra say me koda no say de opan wunya wa oye de waje wa home settlement mi ana asa 2 am nya nam da so te dedikai Ira Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia mamembo na baso se wa ba abonten na ewo madwin mu pa no me gidi se ayentem dodo
ayentem
yes
edentia
the entire ayentem ne say an hour ago an electoral commission a press conference na sama o kan was that the coalition na all ye kra no unyanhye ni processes wa hye processes na say ba unyanya one kra ye nyina gitum say political parties no obia won coalition centers ya samri Yera Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia be make pronouncement say or conceive no onim di o mai den o manya by Ghana emremo no ye nhwe de political parties no obede o coalition obeden obeye but etoda for the sake of peace I said the beya asumdue be bo manim ene daache o chena asemunti ana megidi sa ama no de America ahohare so ebe sa press conference ma menka say this election senya aniema mienu bia esie can I say nkrankwenti a on ko takrade a baby anu anadwo yete ane esi abo bituo no hwana kumsen how kumsen awutu senya any one bia northern there I cannot confirm genuinely
can have an answer to say
yes so
confirm say ba ko free
wow ya ma the peace no but ka we no free ma genuinely this is one of the elections akiato a eniema very smooth ma follow elections ye hwe nyina ye di eche ba wo hwe this elections na kaniema ye very smooth there's no tension in this country for the first time utisi abonten a obia hu ni smooth level or that wa biaje den atuma there's no tension at all or whatsoever. Even NDC for almost celebrity cry no they are a bit moderate with the celebration. Una mabontia ese obi a hye dem na ni tirim asem ye den e wo ni tim. But I thought that next international personality now a diplomat here. The yera Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia beye ye no eno anasese obeye se de beye e wiase nyina be hu in a different perspective. But this message now they aba no let us record it down. Ebe come back in the future. Abeye niema bibiri de den e de ama no because
asema wakana no pay no.
Okay. He's seen as a symbol of peace. And said the news editor kan no when you buy ya to no Ghana under the Fourth Republic, ama the ruling party and as even the loser ajia tumuntempa in the year 2000 na yenyina ye near den afi ukaya tata na papa je wo ho or share professor okay na mini ho but Professor Mers antimi anyantum those times no mamenka it was alleged say even when Professor Mers wanted to conceive defeat the then head of state or the president did not allow that. Into a travel ya ma ye kowie December 28th. E ho na tan e den.
Ebam. 2008 na year time.
Oh sorry, 2007 American net. Into 2000 election and no cross e runoff, right?
Runoff.
Enti eno obi an conceive defeat earlier. 2008 the same processes no. Ba wo hwe na eniema akonanim. Let me say that je yehuni yebehunu atoaso ne beduru baabi no ebe konanim mpo asensei ewiase sesa the time passed na remote areas ya ye to abawia just 3 days ansa na etimi di ballot papers ya banon and then tisa by 12 a.m. last night na say na no pay na polling station per political parties platform no obi ehunu majority of polling station collation with me eden ayewie enti aseda ene yede bema nyame se de asi nyina no omainim there is peace makani bebre Ghana ne omaya yewo no place is better or sweeter than Ghana ahana utisi abonten de kom do awuhye unua utimi esre na aduane eden edi abrochire obi a hye ne cubicle mu obi mpia abonten utwem ba ko omienu no oni ko be for police de eden e de amount. But look at us, we have very good social life and I thank God that the political leaders lead the process a consolidate Ghana's electoral process. So Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the best I can say I wish him the better luck next time. Now to NDC Owoahene Acheampong, that is not the end of the road. The year who ni yehu be in the year 2000, yehu be in the year 2008. Anane yasebe hu be. I hope it's a transition. Yehu yes, yehu no 2008. Yehu no 2000, 2008, 2016, and 2024. Make a change of government. And this is not the first time I was buying eba akunyemu. And I say effort to me. Please, what would tell me what will share me? Be very careful. A quite offer so I was celebrity. Say 2016, Bibi Koso na sa anya de now complaining ya and then yamidi to me na sha don't go and do any I will criticize 2016. My biggest fear, I was following the social media and for the to ho say omun kwata krade enko puli the president status ne down. For Christ's sake, on my way, you jay baby no politics in the omo ya de chairman, but they baby a beco economics in the moon. Make sure the crop pentia, your debt to GDP ratio, a year 70%. Not the be a swan a year soon, uko Japana, a 256. Nediano, ye ni better or bona fimuni nina no the tiakakra, a bida so ye de chira, untimin tian hoka, by woman to woman. Yeah, then 76. Ye were about 16 and I say more than that. Ewo honma ukotua wo ka ebi kama wo du sika no to aduane di. Ye ho kyere ye. Obi de no na adwuma obeye nyina ni sika obenya nyina no odi kotua ne ka wo de a. Enso no esa de ka wo akyire yet ne ho so no. Na se ne ho to no. Adwene we a yen system no anya adwuma ewo saa ne ma we ho. Eno na ama ye den ye bere no. It is very unfortunate. Me sre wo mu. Bibi bia MPP aban aye enyi obi botom sika. Eya menu mienum to ane de aye saa de no. Enti se wo de ene unkunim di a wadie ene selfish interest u parochial thinking bi se na no ye the status bi akosi ha. Enti mani nye ho we lose so aba enti me kwa akobu na. Don't forget that. Ubu na o man ne be sa be conference sika foforo akọ repairs and maintenance. There ya ne say Oma womu di sansem hunu no. Owoahene mame nka chanche womu anopai. Oma di sansem womu hyeda nya adwuma ntua tax. Omu hyeda nya adwuma ntua tax o. Ena no adwuma mu ne yese ya man bonus kakra. Ha ye kwa home nka. Ko ye tax a. Ye ti ye no.
Wo se ha ye kwa ho. What kai o ma ma video bi na o last o ma wie ni last message o kan Friday na ya wada no. Wakasa sa no wakachire o mu se oh we are bre party ni mu we are bre Lodina so abre wo ko voter region ko sisi hospital sisi de ye kufie na ya kwa akoda na ya kwa jeje ahome na wasumu kra yo mu dedodo mu pensomati enti wo so ya su ya
yes enti se me hwe kakra ani minuama ye ne ye obi adwuma a yetua PAYE sa afiso no adwuma wura akra se wo ba ma bonus a Ghana revenue GRA emra kire se yemfa bonus na yetua ma na emeka won monument ho na yentew graduated tax me kohwe de teme no wahene me rehoy me sramo eye nyina yeto ana yede kekere wo man no ema obi anyamfonso enka se enano we ye sei enti na me so mekwa akoye we mo kai the seizure of properties seizure of properties toilet
no toll boot
where are we going? You grow beyond this platform. Yes, kunimdie naba say atop 9 how to sustain the gains na wenya no na mitumi wo fa ase before wa ye adwuma bia na ho asema banda serious critique ana me ka che ne say ekwaya e fa so nya sika no enye sa akwaya na na e fa so maintain no enti sa wo ya badwemba na utimi kwaye adwuma bi na sa wo di konya sika bebre na ahya ase nya sika pede wo ho nimdie no omwa how to sustain sika no anya sa ebekọ enti wo hwe Ghana ha enipa bebre ahya adwuma ase after 2-3 years na adwuma na gu ekwaya wo befa so generate ideas e de ahya adwuma ase no the same ideas may not be able to sustain the adwuma ema generations ema nyeden emeto adentina make us ase we now NDC in 2024 why win the elections no ekwaya wo fa so the win sa elections we no untimi fan sustain power and self futu we MPP fo antie ebi ne omo ye na Ashanti region enne ekwaya wo fa so win power se wo opposition a ekwaya fa so ye campaign ko ana wo aban ma ekwaya fa so ye o campaign to sustain power esonko enti ne ya wa win nie no your headache must be how do I convince enkrofo a omoto abama me overwhelming said the next 4 years ombaba beto aba no ayeden ama me biem na ekoya akokwa America kigigigi no akobo break ya I am sorry Ghana is the only country that we have fortunately Dr. Akwansigu defeat ama system numu aye very open ama electoral commission and now Oma no mu accuse obi electoral commission this electoral commission that when near cast elections are won at the polling station so open your eyes check double check and cross check and I'm not sure say electoral commission didn't care babu bonu bibiri no and ebeba so sa say kwanu mada hama Messi J Mensa obeba abonten na waba abedi results no na medema no be see part 1 Boga me no na tena ha na me ka asem bi article na to be a winning party knows how to collate results. Party are winning abano no. Omunim election results collation pa they all lose no. On say even though you Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia aba abonten aba conceive defeat. But be sin there omuntimi mfa figures bia mai. Go to the social media and then the obeka say NDC for Archimedes. Mathematicians, digital. And nay Ghana farm more heme mu tie me. Mo record there say we to. The next election be a beba will be be shase asu aye dede bebre na we sisi we simen. Na chese aban wa eden. Wo lusu na emom wo pe sympathy eden e de free baby. Finally abano ya ye say change of government ya na emu nye hye enye gidigidi bebre say certain party no ne second term of office e dey in America sir 2008 there was a bit of skirmishes but there was a that smooth transition from Kofuor and Edema Mills 2012 ana Supreme Court here then e buy mu 2016 Yera Mahama kwatena dem din 2020 Supreme Court again. Political scientists yede yenimo further no. You should go to the root and check. Adentina second year or second term do na no edem ho ase eden because I see twice. Enti na minim say afi there's that possibility say BBC but I am very smooth eden amai. Enti wa we ne congratulations wa we lose you so better luck next time.
Yo o share your screens so NDC coalition no omo coalition center said omo eboaboa omo enema ano ebu omo akonta no eno na ewo eye screens no so sesi o share ewo Sompa TV eso ewo ho enom enti no yenhye eno enso bebre na yentumi enko yenim wo mwatumi ebu akonta no kama ede amaye sedia ewo se yeye no pepepe ewo ha enom. Okay editor one doctor mo me doctor na wo ka sustainability ho asem se kwan yo mo fa so mo we ne ye no ombetumi a sustain eno ya ade ba ko yenhwe de biti se NDC ayese wo mwatim de ahoden bi awura ba bia na NPP for timi we ne but ayese MPP for ekoba bia NDC for wona emu ye den kakra enti no obi beka se okay ndi obi amone de ho obi an sustain ne de enti nka ni da kwan se MPP so betima sustain ne de te se de NDC ye ne de no ba ya akame akoye se MPP de ne ntesa NDC timi nya hoden ewuram ede na omo nya ni yie enti ya ama no ba ne sa
researcher
right
but Mada Romanti especially Libya Boga ene Asante Eboa me radio engagement dudu na anim se me manager no de o kana ye den ewo mu Asante na senior manager etito da assignment bi ono de ma me kra na nya me feel da na sese me koye research wo mu na me de ebeka bie especially Saturday's program and many boga ye no expose me to a lot of political activities but wa utie me pa utimu say that you do deep politics na ma ho den ye den anyhow ade ba ko mu ne eneno anopa meka no ha the two political parties especially MPP 2016 abana wo mo we ne ye no de o ma dwene ye wo mu no na reality ne entisa Inti makam ubusa MPP ni bia some obeka che on say in 2016 you were with the vote margin of over 1 million. Martina Fide so can several times MPP never won 2016 elections with over 1 million. The difference was 972,000. 900 so obi can you see the word approximation and I say close to 1 million assembly no. But right from onset, you can't to home supporters adwunu say you beat NDC with more than 1 million votes. And no correct. It was 972. Now, Oko parliamentarians seats now here. In 2012, NDC kuta 148 seats and MPP kuta 123. Yakoto 2016 abani wiye na MPP abenya 168 ama NDC akwa 104. Now baby a trick in ABT the political analyst ya omansua ehwo ade no. Yakoto 2020 abana MPP elusu seat ni bi na ekoye 137 no. Omo fa ne se eye omu seat and omu anya adwuma ye no omu eden omu lusu. But omu refi se before se sa abano no na seat no NDC ho. In 2012 na those seats no ewo NDC ho. And about 2016 because omu atena so achenti no a lot of people didn't vote for them. The SNA EBC 2016 enti se na wo NDC ni na sa wo hweme na e ma wutirimu nya wo de. Seat na ma gini bebre overwhelming no a borrow seat ye de na man ni player no ana enya ade ana wo se wo de na eco loan onko ye training no anya den no omra se wa anya careful na ma timi o de se ya win seat ni bebre enti say ya consolidate our political gains in Ghana ye be kwa akoto next abano no oba betena dem ho asu abeka agbe na ubewie no na afa ase ayo sulia. Until right from onset, gains, MPP lost touch because of 2016 gains no mo ye no. When 2020 abana eba so na somewhere somehow ebe bracket no. Still, Oman Jantum se bibi anye den ankoye. They felt that eniema bi na ankoye ne ye supporters ato skirt and blouse. But seat ya na enye odia 2012. Ana abeje ni 2016 obi beje ni 2020 it should tell you that adwuma wo be 4 years no anso ani enti wa anyere wo ho a in 2024 wo be lose more. This is the genesis and all of them obia wo abamu na wo lose a the reasons for your loss no edoso because a lot of people can assign different reasons enti a wo ye den wo lose sa elections no. And of course, right from 2019, first year 2017 was okay, 2018 was okay, 2019 things began to show say anyama more than especially after she hesitate IMF bailout no. Na nyama asase den enkoyi but COVID came just as na mo kana no pano ema the president opportunity every time Onunkwa was the face of Ghana follow Ghanaians. It is a we opposition po na sa opese we bibia by COVID convention and as emra ye de to ma COVID-19 no your activities could be limited uni kwan abefa so eden move satam ni nyina na nipa hyedem e fom ho adwene. Now politics enipa kakra wo munyi opportunity e ba soro no they should understand that nyansa aninimdie ebia anye den enye wo nko ade a ene NDC is making a lot of gains even in Ashanti region. To my biggest surprise, let me say this. I knew NDC Bayade, Ashanti region. I knew, and even my sorry, me no be to bet. Say NDC they will cross 28% of Ashanti region. But figures here, everybody say no. I never anticipate say the bedding ebeko. A dear na akofaba. They must sit back and make a detailed and critical analysis of a NEMA.
MPP for na NDC.
May come above NDC MPP.
Okay.
May come on MPP. A day na di gains na eden.
Ama ani.
MPP. A day na di lose na eden. Amount. Say your traditional stronghold. Bibi be a woman be no. Ye we near catch say ya we the eden atum. Yet mabuna oma benefited from free SHS. When they are going to vote, they will tell you that we are going for Chida. A dear na anyeden, ankoye. enti me gidi se bibi ewo fom na mre kwa nanim no yebe ka ho nsem. For now the American say the leadership of the various political parties, the kind of leader that MPP was supposed to get as a ruling party, no, NDC rather had that kind of leadership in the region. And the kind of leader that NDC needed to have as opposition party, it was rather MPP. Opposition party, you need to be radical. Gidi. Maneuver your way like Yamwaponko or Hina Jukumo, no. That time, no, check the leadership of MPP, FFanto. Very calm, very reasonable. They command a lot of respect. Yura Mankwa, former vice chairman, Yura Honorable Mankwa. Yes. Look at their demeanor and their postures. Say, or bawon chain and wabekasa, ubuofu said their kwana, Nanyama assassin. Check the current setup. That everybody in the useful atmosphere. I'm sorry. And in the process, there was so much incitement against one another. It didn't help. In 2020, MPP Yadiebi Abawe so once again me ebia ene ya se metu kumasintia and tesa, but meteswami Islamic kechire here. Anope bia na mani bi bebomi punum. Ya wa fi ba so sa 2020 every morning you see a new set of you can say party faithful knocking on your door when you talk door to door campaign, room to room campaign. In 2020 I saw it in Ashanti region. In 2024 Tinamaka said from Fanchem mimi fie de men hu obi aye den ewo hono. So what changed? A lot of that question is pregnant with a lot of answers. Emre enen krabia na be kire edianu yi ebemaye. So that was one critical observation I also saw in the campaign. Okay. Later we may come to the various messages.
Right. For election house, Sompa ne branches na Jumadie yade mount. Yade yani di abatwa yatone nora anopa nonson yatenamua na dwi na ebeduro sabre munkomo ena yedi ema we sese de Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Baumia wanya ba wakasa ose wafre omampani dada ojetom wadi nkuguo de aye twen yewura electoral commission badwa no se ombebu omakonta ntem na omode amanebo ebeba abetu edwa yewura sante ebo Benedict me mra wo hobie na me misao I say NDC no ordinary Ghanaians ya any ya ba beje NDC ho chain MPP ebi kasa MPP the enka is supposed to be for the elite ebi kasa o mampani ko for time no otumi bebo amane beye semi mass onya adodo kakra be kan ho but yes ba no MPP ade ye mu a ordinary Ghanaians no ya na say yetwa omo agya uhu ni sa say ordinary group or na class of Ghana for from ordinary Ghanaians no eba no ade ye mu a MPP mu sa nkrofo no ntanka wo ma de ye nko wo mo enchen
the business class no do no aye MPP for Sebi mnipa mabo brawo memu do no a retire do no aye MPP for but unfortunately policies and programs of MPP I affect ni penufo e bi etisi one oman na oman retire etiti fie or man we mo modum sika koto bond any shares ni ade nyina no be due to this intervention ti ni nyina no omuno munya ade na ha due to this that intervention na ekoso ntino munya And a big your business class, I mean, your wine. Your mom more aboso kind, or more mezi, or more doom. No musuche will be our man. Wo call base, Nipa mo to Obama wo. And they are. Election only my devil could be. It is too early yet, but electoral committee declare results. You Nipa base 6 million or more, it be on to Aba. And Abano, o man two. Mama cry last election when you plus 6 million. But this election when you plus 6 million, it tells you say or no crano. Nipa pi cry say come to Abaka on no crano. O man kwan to Abano. We can see the protest booth.
Okay.
The make a basis soon say Nipa na to Abano. MPP is suffer be 60% and this is suffer be 40% for me now. Anko munya beto ya nkini ebisi.
Okay.
MPP yenim say omo de mo party be rock grassroots. Hwe election wey hu ni zeminia. Enye enra meme no na ekoto aba no nko awo. Like we been saying election is a process no. Process MPP fa so elected omo polling station elections no. How did you go? Send a response ben yenyae. MP timi ko fa paper ekwesi abra ni consuls obi pe no. Wonya bi. Eno election na yeto no.
Okay. Yura azante bo abena obe home so na mako ahoma no so Emmanuel Opoku Acheampong ewo Owoahene East. Yanu no eni enkomo kakra. Emmanuel Opoku Acheampong, good morning. Hello, Ima. Hello. Okay. Yebo modern say yebenya Ima na yahwe dia ewo honom. Okay. Ima, good morning.
Hello, father. What's the matter?
I need to unkapa. Right.
I mean, what you did, was it 20? So let's see first. I say, I get to school. I see I just say, I never got cry, I never got go. Doctor, what you have done, only the general FPP upon your phone. And now, honorable from our watching, only the general FPP upon your phone. FPP and everything I am okay. Now, just Doctor, what you have done, FPP, you know, on an LED. Now, a police station, I was the Omanaka. That police station is so a NDC stronghold. And on that, I look at home. Emma Abama Etane. And I was said, Doctor, what you had done. I was a what sign. Now, it's class said, someone about it, or no, and I estimate no. Our NDC team, our Owoahene is here. And on that, for the past 2 hours here, 2 hours here, Dr. Patrick Matiadom, also on side, Data Elko Owoahene, and you have to get police for her, and I say, NDC, I'm on your phone, I'm a supporter, and now, what's it that Elko Owoahene? Someone watching NDC, to German, and other people out here. What coming? I'm also supposed to let down to the this should emphasize me up again in that. When they want to clear the side, or what it is, was it was, I'm not like estimate for it, you know. Now, the tennis I was there, electoral commissioner, for electoral commissioner, and then, but you know, about it there, oh, electoral commissioner, and after, not sure to say, I was there, supporters, you know. Supporters, you know, say, for what you say, it's Atalia. The mother by no, and Yenai, and so, Omawa, Omatano, and so far. This is the when this me, and after when this me. Somebody has someone about it, whichever NBC criminal, but the place and then Waba. Now, what can make the supporters with our secretary? This is when you return up to Panawano. We better get dinner. Now that Patrick Watiado and the Pimino Semono also at Tina Sign. I tell her of a side keke. I tell her of a side keke. And no, Anna, for the past 2 hours, near 4 hours. Okay. I put it in the
all right. Okay. Brahima, figures no, ASN, CC, and also my enshad, dear.
for now, some are me your bossy west and about what me do as you know. I was saying, Omoka police station, you know, piano, and about and come with you want the exact figure. Some of what never said they make an 50 and then the better than out of pay. Now, Dr. Watson, yard of FPP, you know, on the leading. Now, not only in the budget of 200 votes. And the polling stations in the Nuno Town, or NDC, so I don't bet you one about at Dane. I don't know about you one about at Dania. And they was a Dr. Watson yard on fire up to now, also see the exact voter. When you're there, and confirming, it's and you're confirming.
They are provisionally Monsa can they are easy young confirm no and not saying saying they went out a war them.
Me, I said a mechanic before what is and the way more bossy, before what is west and the way more bosses, and you know, is penny power I said in there. I pay the sense almost easy as Alisawa, about tackle. Even everything everything you are, I got up what you have on fire. You know, in chapel, which is there.
Okay. Right.
You know, and she normally tell someone watching dinner. Now they are so far as some for. You see, we get them the second figure now.
Yo. Yema, you better was say bebre any odia ode aba. Okay. Ebusan for Emmanuel Opoku Ajeman Owoahene East. Ho and ode aba no say MPP candidate no on sign document no or say on sign editor. Mami hey.
Emrano de minua ye ni pefi. Say wo san no ansan o ye begiatum na actually wo asem bi na de bekokoto a na wo de ko woni any reasonable excuse bi na say issue bi a wo declaration ho a untimi hijack system no wahu because the wo ye no fakwem we are democrat make democracy no nyese wo nko a we na democracy say Baumia was lose wajatu. It's part of the democratic process. Okay. What you are saying to me, no. Where's will you coming back? He is shocked because Owoahene East, Owoahene West since 1992. Minti did I say NDC? Very Owoahene. Yeah, Asante region. The Benin Suka Krapa our Kufrum, but Madi just say NDC for no class having no. Offensive of Mekai say, and no, you are me, of course, almost say MPP Gusu and I'm saying the Mekai. Ameti and some more different story. He say a camera says NDC cry ya we no almost 10 seats in Ashanti region. What you know want you say? You see election way on my the more people vote for you, the more ya now you more because it just said the expectations are so high in you. For the first time, some are 56% in the history of this country. Rollins is crying 56%. It tells you the responsibility.
Yeah, they are so.
A man for near Kufu do Mujidi Baku. One person you on another can be last year say. And it's very near baby now with you win with less than 50 point something, 50.7 men start rolling staff now. Yeah. Now almost since 2000 but the name with any huge margin beer. And Ghanaians are disapproved and I say more people wrong what he's been saying. Election way. Na me can da say enema mienu pe either landslide for NDC and I say a very small margin bia e be call run off and for look up things sebe o mi sebe mani mo we nya sebe jibi fu so we jaba na tumu because omo results no ahead ntina na wo ka say it is early na me no nya adwen no not early ya to about more 24 hours and why quality data na wi senka ba o mi awi ni asanko ni and the more he may even try to delay the system, the more probably his embarrassment will become so clear. Owoahene Yelusu da, Wolusu. A crop from a room say an air den dear. But Afano South, East and West. And it's in Yeneda. Okay, that was the thing.
And you say,
Omo Afedia be na Obeka.
MPP face men can say existential threat. I was stronghold na.
Many and the way you figure here bed here. Can I just say? Yen na you send Grandpa MPP making cash. You will grab some as soon as a front planes and new the 5 safe seat out of 47. You say NDC. Maybe and no can be no more no more lose work. Baby, among you and Ashanti region. Two as once new any a front planes war. There could be a more no maquaba, Sahania, the front planes come gap new cruise. But among you and as far as records are concerned. And you know, election. Minya among Akufo-Addo among MPP who are here a BC in the history of the party. Na emfa na Akufo be kan kra no among for kra sanchi.
Akufo di kan aye o ma dream pi.
Na me na me ka chom say enti ye beto papa na otwe Ghana ni decide. Obe decide. Enti no minya election no adwuma kese abeda ho mama among for anya ni mugidie. ABC then the history of this Fourth Republic so man panyi bi winning over almost 56 or whatever percent. And the aso die kase amount. Media me expectation and say the promises ni bi wo ha. By first 3 months
promises of President
Mama. Aso excuse bi no 1 and sa betting tax no. Onye na mabruno nya ne mugidi enu ano no. Because share Ghana for on say MPP promises me or year 2016 million. Hey, but say allowance for the nursing teachers. All restored, but yet ebesi net wo de omoka. Ebi school 3 months, 22 months, 25 months untua. And could no question can when ya job so when you be nye nti when you day. And the promise we na wo share bonus o this wa e bon asumjo. And now the free SHS. E man asumjo no wa this we. But promises be wa immediate be wa long term. Me percent can the first 3 months talk time is an money gain ne san yema nyina won clear na asumnyo no. E be bo na ma. Right. Na amanfo anya confidence because the mama ba ye bia ye next person who is going to succeed him. And then this for so for money we mahama Emma de na do MPP say waje party na boso.
See.
To me de be ye mahama omo when me kan ba ko a Sam George can say, Mama, Omo man assume you know, they will give him Omo man accountable to them and his grants and I'll be accountable to Ghanaians. And 4 years, no, almost had to prepare the next flag bearer for the party. And you know, wo metrama mo party biara. No, I said, I'm going to Ghana phone. So the promises, no, also a team you bet 50% by 2 years. Na aboa so that nipa na obeba be do money obenya sympathy vote.
Right.
And yes sir, it's easy for them also to be lose to the 28 elections because let's see we nipa pia nkoto abawo. Say obi o wa okoto man disappear anything. But so okoto man Akufo-Addo pa because asem akwen this for ne kan to Ghana for team Akufo-Addo antimi anya no ne say na me kan say o mo so to ba ma Akufo-Addo a ba omi a Akufo-Addo tete. Na na do anya ba bia antimi and some and talking of what be trim because and na ya no crutch say you nim say ya no crutch but na ya no crutch because na for the campaign no say me probia be demand there enya wade na obedi o e your man to me here dey e sha wonsem enti ye to me e wo de na ekoto aba na de sha wonsem say hwesu mfie na mai o modi bo so ani a ni asa ama mfie nan wo wi a ye na be kire say we ento awoso ana say we ensi fom nti won say mega say me probia be demand dia intensema na do be kan yin na Ghana fo antie because na ma Ghana fo akoma ye o ya enema wo ye my campaign a statement bi na say tweet bi a Eugene Boachi ye say MPP 2022 satana Ghana fo ensu obi aka bibia to say whole MPs the party MPs almost 80 to 92 ko kan say mumma yenye reshuffle mumma yenye say enkoye say ko fan sem people mo na do antie ka chan say afurata de na IMF process de mani nwie na do MPP party in the you won't be a happy man as over retire because what legacy Kufuor gave you a better party, strong party. Our team the election no call runoff. Emma wo. Where the one man o party no I face one of the embarrassed electoral events results in the history of this country. The assembly na be can be. Enti the only party now another party now I could do no. MPP for me it is so clear at this stage say omo ni do be ye. Changes paper say because Muhammad Uzaba we come in this no and counting my beer. And then this lose this election I mean na me can say mo party no. In the face of this a challenging economic situation, one to me, Mama has no even right to come back and tell the Ghana front of because I have a number in engineers out to about MPP. A child say, yeah. And this election, actually, say Ghana for one tie MPP and this leader be since 1992. Never back MPP for the buy I want to me and Nepama do wine. Or no cross up now age in infant. Kufuor omodemano Rollins omodemano Atames omodemano Mahama omodemano nado Ghana for meye must Jim Yami Sani etio meye woni economic situation na senye wo so be ya Ghana for Jim Yami obi enu wa ye nso ne hwe nipa o ma be se ombedi o ma so obi enu wa ye man opportunity etinye se ye time Ghana for time Mahama na etu abata 2016 they know the man ne kono na Ghana for hu se MYN
right.
And this time around, then another so echo na obi a wano obo wachi dom na asade akonwa ne be ma no. Omo will say it's like your way nana obeto aso. Enti na ne yempe ni bawofro. And am yeka se Ghana ha no. Ye beto ba tia wa. Ya ye nhwe nipa na de aba ne ma no. Enema wo wa ye no. Ena ye na eyi bia hin keke. Ne me ke wa tia sia. Say I say yesi ebusuapanyin we fi se ebusuapanyin bia ya ense bi nsem fum diga de wakra kete kodi ebusuapanyin because ya omo nwene wa obedi ade omo dwen wo na obedi ade ande wo ye bi na 2016 to NDC fo no de na Mahama dum so yehu de wo ka de say economy say and na MPP for nsem kan to Ghana for in 2016 this time around economy Baumia the last even 4 months the word economy how many times one campaign what I say, me in 2016, the lectures a farmer. Until now, you say the issue of economy, we are so I never come in kind of currency. Nana do a lawyer. It's also we didn't tune Sanyani partner. Find a lawyer now, where you honor, never buya. And for that, make my cancer and I do buy law and for that, judiciary no, transformation because court to basis here in Ano. Am I there? Judiciary no, and your facelift. Mahama, your communication, Kutaudi. And for that matter, when you say it to me, I can't to the petrum. Nana, Baumia say economist. But what so that is your area. Say, me say elections and economy no koya. Anka obi ani Baumia go contest o. Kwa ba no nka sa figures ama manya yi. Eni nyina Baumia hono. Because economy no a problem. What solve you so what's your problem? They say dia o man sha wonsa.
Right. Me da say Yera Sante Ebo Bernard. Doctor, says a while ago na Owoahene is na home komo ena na yedi. Editor keka de aba basis adesoa kese.
Yes.
Ene ye de asoa omampani Mahama say omeye. Se wo hwe ne time a owo se wo de be ye adwuma ene the challenger you say o my Ghana enamu ya mintie wo onkomodie mfiri ho
Owoahene dedi kai mamisa na wasibiem na
right
menchia anuanom bi wo manya adaje a wo mo hweye na wo mo tie ye
right
minua Frank danso one ne yere Mrs Betty danso wo mo hweye firi Oboase enti wo mo seat ne ho asem ka ho bi na ye dey ye ka no enti Frank mechiamo minua kuma ba ko Smith also hear me from United Kingdom
right
Smith pacho dada na said they were unim chairman ye mechiam me submission me make ye no ana mesari emphasize on that same submission say so we end this near susu ema woni nje ne susu celebrate because responsibility are a damo so na se eda Yewura Mahama so no nyame nko na yeden enim ye ka economy ni mo ye den niema mo ye den it is true ewiase baabi a aircon no ensign na tinye den emmabiem ba say economy ne mu aye den no edie na wo ba beye ama niema agina de agina na no the issue of dollar this week a new week and now no memenda dollar a move down from 17 a call somewhere in November no about down abedu around 15th according to Bank of Ghana website. And these political parties, this is the figure omu yusuo edeka omu ye den ensem. What are we going to do new this time around? Ye dollar no eba be very stable. Owoahene no kwe wom ne se yentimi ntoa so enmu oman no dada na netie na no yentimi ntoa so saa se ye toa so saa ebedu baabi no Ghana abato kwan obi ankonkoto biem. We must understand this. Na me emre bi me opportunity wo platform bi so ana me kan say Ghana ya experimenting nyina bi asi but de ne enye ne say ya obi a ya to abayi no ne yese wa anye ne niema yi onkofie nkwaje na home 8 years echi yese kofa ne de naba. And I've sat in this studio na boga te hebi na ya wa ha na me kan say se obi wo man ma obetimi de reforms and transformation aba mo man we atumpon because of the experience ya it should be Mahama and Ghana for ato aba de amane. The reason why it should be former President Mahama and I said the president elect were devised on your opportunity through force majeure ebe president edi president anwako empempi no o ma ye de tumi be ma wo mu no ofra konwa so kofia ana ohu se wayamfonso and se wutie former president Kofo wutie former president Joe Rawlings a wo mu nyina kofia o manum nsem o mu kaaye no na kire se ye sa ma wo mu akwanya abebu o man na enkombe ye bibi soronko dan de o mu ye den eyeye no in the history of Ghana and ne President John Dramani Mahama enya sa opportunity no. How is he going to utilize that opportunity? Saying anasa kwenya na ede ama no o be fa so aye ede ama o man no. O be ye ne party de nko a. O be ye no media nie. O ba betete o man nim. Policies ni ideas ben. Political manifesto ni de e people so ade. Forget it. Amamu no e wo form. A dear na wo ba be ye with this short period. All that he can do and manimu ya na boafo animdiefo bia onimu omo wetimi aboa no amana bo man no he should bring them on board. How are we going to stabilize the city? E dey ne beye eniema inflation kwa na ekoso a fluctuate no eniema betimi eden abafom na yeah you don't have to be artificial. So we are artificial
natural saying.
I say you must find a permanent solution. A new year a better hoda say make artificial be and city na ho de abafom no akwaje bosia na ade abegum na city na ho de eden agina bosia na akwaje betum no udi wie ya na asase ye den
na ye koye nada mu
ye koye dada nim no enti ye mpesa situation no ye permanent solutions ede o man no ebegina ho ama o man na ye ede ama nchirima for now eniema mo den ama obi bia owe ne especially Yera Mahama ekwan of fast so anya overwhelming support and news editor Kasasante Eboa no o kase so hwe NPP electoral college the thinking I said the elite and most often omuto aba kese edema wo mu. Very surprisingly that status quo is changing because se wokon knaya kolekolte and the heart of Accra for the last 3 elections NDC arena go to Accra na Medina Adenta initially no nanka wo mu win the coastal areas in terms of NDC But the last few elections, that status quo now then assassin. I am shocked. Some me former lecturer Ignatius Bafoua. Say what me lusu sunyai the regional capital. What is Sunyai West? A dear nature. A KBB assess MPP as a political party. They must go back to the classroom and re-strategize. Uko secondia so far all the rumor na Jube sine eya chese secondi takra the township and this affect city ni nyina. I'm say professor na ntimi anje. Bisiu de na olusu. Professor Grace Ayensu.
Yes, as a
yes.
BCU ne Grace Ayensu.
50. Wow. And two quarter cradia. All the central cities na water cradeno. Umaji and this ajini. What is happening? That tells us that Abrabomu. Yeah, I don't know how to put it. Ebeye bad. Say obi ewo sika na opese timamufo ni nyina e benefit from the sika na yenje sika ni mfiri ne nsem encheche mfama wo bia eye kuobi na na wo ho ana wohini ni yenyansani pa ana sikafo miensa ewo kurom ho na omu wo sika such that oma uyi omu fruma oma kanyina no ehia obia then krom ho no for ni decide say sa na tie dia omu bekuma sikafo no oma age omu sika ana asam ne kwa wohene ho no wohene na efre sikafo no say eye elder say musika no mo beche edia mo obibia no manya pepepe ana se krom ho fo no ebesi mo abo then esikafo no tie wohene na futuo ana omu che sika no ede ma
krom ho fo
ni nyina entu omu asika no ye che ye ne mfa nse obi abenya 10 cedis unim de see after 1 year na esikafo no asa abeya adefo na ehiafo na ye che sika ne de ma wo mu no o ma sa akoye ehiafo ede na me pese meka ehwe policies ni bi aban ne de ba ya ebema even o ma na omu ediye ewo system no ma enka MPP eye the Democratic Party omu ne project individual and businesses no omu ba ye no omu members no were hugely affected and aboso kan na ye boachi bidin last minute interchange and another commission just to convince them it didn't work. Share kama ure ya wo free mu ansa na ye kwa akoto abai sa statement na papa ne make ye no uti ho na MPP ne you discount it but was my bobra in my entire life I save money for my retirement and net debt exchange abeje say sika ni nyina akọ ama me struggle say metua me bills ya o metie sa asem no me we hoyi unim say former Anglo Gold MD your friend say popular one Sam Jonah Dr. Sam Jonah also make a similar comment about the debt exchange. See, as some American say, enema NDC 1 and JJ Lawrence oba ya perceived say wa mabua enkrofo mu ye ankrankra adwuma ma omu enwuma gu ye no na nado government through the same democratic process no ebeye bebre enti let neutralize everybody ye wi ayenka say everything is about free SHS Owoahene untimi mfa one political message consistently 16 years enko wanim da it will not work
ntie ho no wonu manye strategic
no it will not work 16 no even free SHS no he was 8 years in opposition 8 years in government 16 years and after 16 years you still want to trumpant that message no
asem krona
say no na yen hweso nto aba enkra na mo benefit ye no satam no ebi ma ha hye awie tahiari their focus is no more about free SHS. Be omo ma amemo ntoma wo mu biem. Nti enya me nwanwa se mabunu no dodo na at least mimi base e wo so ame. Mo fa asifu ogu dodo na no me kwa se cheda. I'm say hey, munye steady. Because free SHS e won time bound. Beyond that, untimi mfanya ade bia biem. Nti about two way dynamics no e den. E doso. But NDC and Yera John Dramani Mahama, he killion tax because hey, situation or the way we no and lasted for 6 months. Ghanaians will begin to call for change. And lasted for 6 months.
And 6 months.
I'm telling you, you
Ghana
can record me here. And 6 months because as an economist. Mete banka minim sikasemu kakra no me nhyedam hu eniema sunku bebre pa empempre mu no wo de beba. Let's talk about unemployment briefly. 24-hour economy eno ubetimi aya after 1 year eno kra how do you do it yemfa ne say yaw port the baby ready made our bit my 24-hour economy wo ye port. Unfortunately ye port no enam import duties ya ye raise ya koso saa bebre no ye nuama wo Burkina Mali Niger no o magya hafa enka first uti abrosa we so a the bia kasi kwa na eko. How do you now go and convince them say me reduce me port charges enti afa dia monfa monne manya dan embra. Satam no baby omodu omuniama kofa ye no o must build loyalty ye den e wo ho. Enti it will go against you. The second factor kra ne say you also reducing the import charges now will go against revenue expectation or target. Asem na da ho no asem Ghana for yen lower expectation ba me gidi say ye de odo ene nkaboma ebeye me final submission. Yera Mahama ka asembi. It was one of the reason why na ye mubi ye wogidie ewonimu. And I am just want to remind him, and this ni bia wo hear me, you can record me, send a message to him. Or say or bar, he is not going to abandon any project. Abawe asha see right. Some message no. Udie se wo ba na se ontimi nya hwe kura na de ninuamo ye say governance is continuous. O ma sha ase no se wo to so ampo de akosi ayaw be bedu next 4 years na hoto okrum ha. Se oba not the same political rhetoric e be sha ase se we na she we ase meja to me kwa kwahye me de ase a I'm telling you 4 years on survival because the good people of Swami Swami interchange way say a bear death trap ho at the mayen be ni ho obeka e de ato ya adwunuma ye beti ase ujaya the Asante mantra be sha ase se ka kire mo utube ne den
obebmiya wani na waye.
At least those projects on chassis na ye near ye benya Sompa so no yes ye me ani so the same thing happened with Sofola interchange as at the time former president Kufuor Akonya so na the project was just around 8 to 12%. The nipa bebre enim Sofola interchange more than 60% of the project NDC na ye na de bia meka higher radio so na kaka kra bi se o ma wie project no watimi aya de akodu kan say South Junction akaka kra bi se wo de du be kwa runabout na wagya ato wo yesa I done kotrebini. I am hoping that reforms any anisuadi hu a wonya aye obi aba 8 years no okọ oba ye ma 4 wakotena fie ehu yaw wo hu fonso a wo ye ye mempa ebone se obesua ade ewom na waba bɛyɛ ɔman no ama ɔman no ayɛ yi sɛdeɛ daakye bi ne din in the Ghana's political history empepa da ɔno nko a na ɛyɛ obi a ɔyɛ vice president nyame to nsa frɛ ne president ɛma a ɔda sɔre na ɔbɛdi president Ghana for hu ni mɔbɔ ɛma 2012 yɛde akonnwa ne hyɛ ne nsɛm after 4 years Ghana for say no sɛ wo na wonyɛ experience enough kɔ anu akɔtena fie 8 years Ghana for say afei yɛhu bibi papa bi wɔ ne mu ɔkɔtena fie no wasua adeɛ afiri ne mfonso ho yɛnsa mfama ne 4 years yɛwura mahama experiment ɛnyɛ ni ani yɛbɛyɛ experiment NDC for NMPP for mu ma mo expectation emra from na omunya adagye emu ɔman no emfama me gidi se ye ne saa ɛde ɔman no ebesi
me da se doctor ene onso odia ode aba abusuafo aha eye wo election house Sompa ena Sompa TV ena wani guso a o hwei wo radio stations ahodo Sompa 90.7 omo nyina afa ya omo tie ewo enkranza boama ma memra wo ho so far Yoruba umia akasa waje atom se enkugo no de aba but figures no yenya nhunu ye ndia ani PP enya de ani di se enya eno na de se ye nyina ye wo atwene ye mu yi efiri na announcement na de bepem sabre ene de awunua no aka de na wo fa efiri mu a opese onso ne ye nche
Owoahene the vice president Dr. Alaji ene ye waye Bekan say a gentleman's job send ye na sante ebo eka say ye start a fourth republic is 1992 a day bay or no ene flag bearer will lead a political party abano the quickest wajiatum na wa congratulate eye ninua wone no eko akansie no we no ebeboa yen ema ebia nankie ni da so senka Monday and electoral commission the results beba hopefully ebia emo be 6 emo 7 na enkobo be 8 enwumre no the electoral commission e de ebia final results no ba betu yanim na fi amanfo jubilation ahase anope ni ade no omo ato aso agye omo ni na Monday working day no amanfo akwakoye omo adwuma wa ina de ba ko amahu ewo eye results ya yesosia quality kakra mehunu ewo ho ye se mampeni da John Dramani Mahama enya an emphatic win and na on a party no both parliamentary and presidential wonomo omafa like massively pa and ade ba ko a Owoahene eka de kireme say so mampeni na Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo confirmed to win 2016 elections with close to about 1 million vote difference. I say Ghana bako semu why history eda honomo. So 2024 the kwanya mampeni da John Dramani Mahama so ewini results na eba na eya koche se be 1.5 million vote difference no and so another history ono so ababeye and the catchre ni mampeni na Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo ewini 2016 elections Owoahene Ghana for there so much trust ewura mampeni Akufo-Addo mu because enema bia na wakeka eni suban bia na wada na di one obeye minister wanya ketua da wantena abanka mu da wantena abanfie da na mpia obedi ye for about 16 years 8 years meboa wanye aketua na ketua odoneti edema the constituency achimebua kwa Nana Duanto bi da emra kofo executive abemu no ebeto dwa se ministers bi to eye aban sase womo eto eye japade aban fie aban cars Nana do anko ho nti sane ma ni nyina ma ono nko ne the only flag bearer obeka che se Ghana for me mo kro no da wa wo se ma bokro no fa ebra and sasa no obia so anya bi amfama enti sane ma no ma Ghana for se papa no yanyini ndi and Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo proud to so obabedi president asante na enim se owo ene din suban bi no nonsense character woyɛ rough obeyi free na bɛmu untimi mabɔkro no mo ka kyerɛ yɛn sɛ sɛ yɛ ma bɛmu na wo baba benya ho a ɛne ɛkɔ private sector nti Ghana for the gidie bi mama mpani na Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo sɛ Ghana na yɛ wɔ no Owoahene many amanfo nya adwene sɛ bi a Ghana yɛbɛka sɛ yɛhia new laws yɛhia maybe to say special prosecutors institution here the buy no me hu fa so bi e wo so the buy see a resource the attorney general and justice department na say ministry ni ya minim prosecution omuntimi nye
no cross on your prosecution
but yam fa say about corruption ye investigate special prosecutor in office yes or office or agency anymore when it be but the attorney general and ministry of justice or even districts or more lawyers or more call no more a case at the attorney general no sajidi Ghana for nya o mampani na Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo mu a enu ntina ye expect se enema bi ono mu a enka ode beto to na kwam no what discipline nipa bi na watenetene enema bi di amaye no Owoahene sa 1 million vote ni edema mampani na Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo yen ka nokre ye hu sa de no papa ne mu Amadu baby Ghana for mom kra call say ya resaful man yan peace ebe lidi wa parliament say ke ade ne sesem na sesem we be was a da no dey 11 now we dey kono enu no dey be kwa kwesi awie
ministers no
the regional ministers
etwa 8 years
yes Simon Osemensa etwa 8 years na wode ekoi ministers ni bi etwa 8 years ni ade a so ho intimidate dey make e dey akwakwesi on this ade we hu ye say the Ghana for nya gidi wo mampani na Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo ma na expect said him be one mo betenetire no na oye ni straightforward e dey ama ya wantimi anye no eni mampani da John Dramani Mahama Ghana for e dey and sa gidie no e dey sa sodie no ama no with this vote ya dey ama no e kire say Ghana for e dey sa sodie no sa adwuma no aba be hye ne nsa se onyema yen because ye dey sa gidie ne mampani na Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo ye nhunu ena ode ekui
enti ye hwehwe
ede free mampani da John Dramani Mahama honomo se bibi te se anyone te se ye te kremu na ebi a government appointee bi ade a oye no menumienu nyina hunu se enye but as a president hey ye beka ma ebi kura state institution no kura bem state institution CB te se shraj te se ebi a eye auditor general ebeka but na be a president no ayinani o say monkofa dance emra monye ho ahwan media maclear no
ene sane manema no abato a yehunu no enora ne no eye Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo na dwuma oye ye so aba
ena yehunu ne yes because na Ghana for expect ade bi from Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo ye nhunu sa ade no
we no nye personally Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Nkwanti Debi ena yehunu ne yehunu
Debi MPP lusu elections way back in January MPP lusu elections way back in January see to abani January nka hwe amampani da nka John Dramani Mahama benya be 80% see to aba we
ewo
January ka hwe amampani da John Dramani Mahama be sabe 80% of the vote eye Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia na eja oba kakra bia otimi dia ba benya be 41 45 ya yetete se wenyen watisa 80% ne so e de ababenya isa 45 ya yenyen enti mampani da John Dramani Mahama amanfo expect so much on cracking on definite on some of the issues okache en say ministers ne do so do me ba me the 60 ministers na e ba be yadwuma amanfo ehwe nanim say 60 ministers na okache say omo na ado omo be yadwuma no ode e be yadwuma okache yen say na appointees no o me ye maclear ne first 4 years ye hu na appointees bia obi te say Abuga Pele issues e ba ye omo prosecute no yes ye hu so e ba ye
one deputy minister Victoria Hammer
yes Victoria Lakshmi
conversation bi kro kan say sika bi obeja politics
oyinadi free na ba mu enipa be is it Bass Brandon mami the late
okone kreti Chifa
Activo oyini free honomo ene niema na mekai that time na lady bi na oye in charge of sa Bass Brandon ade no o make sure so me prosecute na ma sika no or refund edemo man no this is the time oye bi amanfo enhunu se ne na esitie ne aso ma enhunu ne dodo. This time yeah expect so much onye definite and yamane bi wono mo a wadi 4 years wakotena fie 8 years 8 years ni nyina ohun de mampani na nado danko akufo do beye ya ose enye ama Ghana for so de tumi ede amano onye definite yamane bi wono mo a won see the pain won twamfiri ho ye wo se bia osemu kina no onsemu kina no strengthen no de ehun hia emaye no won wan firi wono mo ntam ntontwene baabi emaye policies ni bia mampani na nado danko akufo do hyase a ofise eye no onto aso free SHS onsemu kina de weaknesses a wakachira yen ene gaps ade dem no on me close sa gaps no no manfo who say free SHS no onya against it or ye for it was strengthen no waba ababe shemu kina bibi te say one district one factory Owoahene mampani na nado danko akufo ne na ban so musi factory no ba factory no ye hunu esunsunsanso ewe ya sitnam ene economy ni mu mampani da John Dramani mama ebe me de bia na me ka say adai ene started from your secondary school no si enya factory a oye tin tomatoes a adenti ne yen kan kire ne say efri ne ko secondary school bia wo Ghana bia no wona wo be supply tea tomatoes e dia mo mama ye dia ye aduane amankola no enya market no akreti dia ma eye sa factory no e bia obi ya anwa ye papa bi ye factory oye anwa e wukumase e bia efri ne ko ke una be supply anwa e de ma secondary school se wo Ghana nyina yem ko to China de ne mabio yem papa no mo ye poultry nkoko ene ade de to resource the poultry industry no e bia chema wo mo se region by regional if you na ko mo na be supply nkosua nkoko
eno no be ma wo mo adwuma no
atre ntebasa now 24-hour economy ne ba be ye adwuma because when the demand is there nipa no will be forced to also work at night so it is na odi nipa mienu na ye adwuma obefa mienu aka ho because mienu no ye adwuma awia ekosi anwumro mekọ akoda ama mienu atene ma na dwono aye adwuma mo so akoda ma yaba be yi wo mo it's not in a way your 24-hour economy no ye adwuma it mesre no se ne na politicians no omoba omo etam niema ni nyina totwene meso me ba be ye medie because amanfo ehunu de ma ye no se ebi wo ho ne se eya onto so na onsemu kina na on straighten no na eso emanfa so enfama oman no wa
hwe from abuma abo afa abato we mu seat bi no ma baabi wo ho a utu senka president no etumi koma MPP na bia parliamentary no de kura na shift ko NDC but the ho nyina presidential parliamentary omo ajejejeje ni nyina ye beka se sa enema omo ajeje ye genuine mi bisa se ye genuine na efise ebi obi de abufua keke no do akoto abano inti later ye be wi a ye betena se a ye ni beba ye ho so be ka se me hunu yanka manto abane sei u se abato we ye genu se Ghana fo akoma mu pa na ye pese toko hanam anase ye de abufu na eto sa aba we
Owoahene genuine vote na genuine vote na Ghana fo ye no hwe ma example bi when was the last time if we be January no e de eba no Owoahene who say NPP sitting MPB a campaign especially be omo appointment omo deputy ministers omo ministers no who say omo a campaign omo anye age say omo hunu say flag bearer na abom region nim obo so omo tutu omo land cruisers abase nipa e de aba behia no nti flag bearer na e wo hono a ohun say ene ye adwuma na okọ ya hwem na bibia a die off nti MPs no a new parliamentary candidate na omo baaye no na ose oye new enti se wan kentire no ho anya adwuma anweni seat no na ebia ne vote ankosoro a eja obegina so de no na de akwa appointment into bonsa oye de ono no wom dida na omkutakuta ministerial appointment ne deputy ministerial appointment ne ade no manhunu sitting MP bia o said that a campaign Ashanti region half region MPC elusu bebrebe e di ho dance say none of them and I said that a year campaign to the extent say edu baby kra no se ne na doc na oka say
Kane in 2016 and 2020 obon say polling station agents no any polling station executives no any ward executives no of MPP ni NDC oh fia ni abebo punumu kwan na oni wadi nkomo acheche this time ye hunu saade no from MPs no and Owoahene and also so no mostly no MPs no and a resource polling station executives no amomo akwakoye se adwuma no MPs ne tetenkran and na omotititi wo more conditions mo a car be 2 weeks to the elections na me busa say NPP omo CEOs no chief executive wo no ene deputy CEOs no omo wo he adena chief of staff entia wo mo amomo nko edeya ufri district bi mo edeya ufri constituency bi mo adena chief of staff entia wo mo say omo nyina move from omo offices no mo enko chief directors no ho CEOs omo said anyahwe obo okra adwuma no kra no kɔ no be 3 days pe dia ka nyina chief directors no
chief of staff kra no ankasa kra na ma all campaign
no it adena chief of staff
CEOs no
Oye campaign na CEOs no and deputy ministers no ministers na tete office na ohwe wo mo MPs no ya edu baby a new parliamentary candidate no omo ba no mo ba be sresre enema e de kɔ omo constituencies because MP ni fees on no wadi ni de awie nti ase wate no se MP ni kura ba be boa the new parliamentary candidate na oba no a ase mamuna mitrim masrema no e na ode e ba be boa no e bi ase ye t-shirt bi kura and also ye and the supporting young man na oba bedina de no a esa so fi say boy ne na aba betu no nti na owini a ebe make statement nti no ase wotwetwe oboa ne de but ense da enye boa papa bia eno na ma MPP elusu a chunk of their seats our parliament no one the MPs no anye campaign nti agya me nwa asela usu walusu Lady Asira Malasan walusu special voting ho na wokoche aduane e de ama amanfo
nti na tese omo akra niam bia ya omo ye no
omo ne omo ban ene omo ne ye ehya amanfo abufuo and amanfo wanted to prove a point to them say you don't wait a week to elections and we be mo baako bag baako e de ama mo 5 kilos yeah na kese me who bio for the next 4 years so who and na MPs na mu no so no anye campaign and especially omo no mukuta appointment deputy ministers and ministers no obi a say ne me ke me boa no oma me enhunu se bia me constituency na me MP no eye e bia deputy minister so mesi no oba house to house no oba door to door e bia be 3 months ago omo nyina e be ka 1 week ni 2 weeks and ehun say omo zoom in e call omo various constituencies no akwakoye adwuma obi te say ayi ato forcing asante ebo me no tia na yete say ato forcing aba be sire twam akọ afọ no south west afọ no south east ene tepa ene akro from ni wadubiase ofri central regional oye minority leader or combine enema miensa parliament adwuma ono ane constituency adwuma wo so ye ene watiesim eye campaign ewo other regions e de aboa ne flag bearer asante wote say afenyo mark ne ba Ashanti region da
wa mahaba northern region am so call back
ekosi say
Ashanti region campaign
ekosi say na nka afenyo mark betimi ewura eye sa new boys na wo mo aba no me parliamentary candidate no
okay bi na Idris Herna here in northern region.
Yes, northern region.
Who say we consolidate ni sit na wi.
Yes, no we no. Obora Tolon unso ko Tolon.
Oya adwuma mo man we.
Second bia so the NDC should take Tolon from NPP again and yes adwuma no and eya so aba or Tolon constituency one more. E dey ade na afenyo mark na ye. Oye leader of the NPP in parliament and one is what central region futu one mo sa central region kusi say na so on the leading campaign was central region and NPP elusu majority of the seats our central region
as o lusu o ma we ne be try as 4
as a 3 polls 4 pen o ma we was central region nti afenyo mark ni see failure or ana say ade o ye no the success
me ammo ne nkonwa na o wono
debi omo campaign no so we ya ekoye me enye na emphatic ekoye baumia ena wafa na ade ena ode enam ena na yere support no ena ne running mate Dr. Matthew Puku Prempe so support no man she da enhunu
kwan bi su kura be ka se ne yere kura bo modern chain MPs no
be say even kura national chairman the national chairman of MPP later days ne hu say so on nam
time and na esi edu nketia enam bono na oye campaign constituency by constituency woni esi edu nketia nyina munchi efiri bono na wotenkran na wodi ba omi achi wa bra osusu betima gada team sani esi edu nketia nam na Jemensa nam Mahama nam Atofose nam eni ekoye ba omi anko a ena na yami nam. So what was the national executives of MPP no more ye obiti say Nana B na udi na poachi wa bra na Nana B osusu betimi ate campaign team na osusu no omo nam. So now the air support flag bearer, the running mate, omo wives any ade ye hunu sa but oko NDC mu Mahama nam no esedun ketia nam Joseph Yamin enam Atofos enam Sami Jemfi the national communication officer na ono so nam Basentale no no so enam MPP ni your friend some communication director no your friend say
Richard
Ahiagba again wo ye
press conference
what say apart from press conference no what say Ahiagba akọ constituency bi so akọ campaign the national treasurer of MPP Dr. China what is so okọ baby omo nyina should bow down their heads say omo
nyina
party no
modern mono ka ho bi na ma
na unse normally Owoahene here call elections bia presidential elections no led by the presidential candidate but the parliamentary elections no led by the party. So the parliamentary elections no na party ni mom na a lead but presidential elections no there normally the presidential candidate no and na o lead ni bebrebe enti sabre ya MPP lose majority of the seats nyame ampata one we are 90 seats kura anebia betete aba beka 100 seats no parliament no what is obo kwakobo hwan what was the general secretary doing what was the national chairman no ono so ye the national organizer of the party na oye de of MPP the national youth organizer Owoahene edu baby na amanfo epe NPP t-shirt keke
eno kura na yenya
na omunya edu baby na amanfo pe NPP t-shirt o ba omia t-shirt keke na omo enya but na NDC t-shirt was all over the place. I just say nipa na nhia o here bije but MPP for na gigi de egu omo ka boot e na asa ono soso no ni brenie wa me pama chewa me ma t-shirt ni bi eno ene baby a wo mo aba beginan ba omia logistics ene ne resources a wo de call constituencies no Owoahene yenka ma manfo ntiase se enuru fom enu amanfo ekoka asoro ho se de ma parliamentary candidate no a majority of them edigo mu fie se de sewing machine ne ma no a wo de koro da so gugu mu fie
now that omo enkuko ya bay afena
obo so oba bay yo obo de ba bay ye ne niam ne ade ba ye de niam na ma se bi a far resource ya tailor for wo constituency far resource babafo a wo constituency what gide good dem o ye flag bearer no and I say war parliamentary candidate no and now we yo ho nti baumia resources ne logistics a what they a man in crofo no ankodru from t-shirt hair dryer anyone we de mom no ankodru from omo hode gusro and de omo aso omo sa abawe no
boma yen hwe bibiti say at the constituency level no so no womun tam kura nkita hodie say ntokwa enko for example constituency bit say Nkoranza North efiri bra omampani kofo abere so yete Nkoranza North efiri Nkoranza South ho no aye safe seat na na mo ate na ye the first parliamentary candidate until say wonya case na ye call by election na
Major Derek Oduwe
MPP atuma kitamu until 2020
yes
and na omo sansem we ya bi na ema seat no efiri wo monsa and each time bia nanu efiri wo monsa kura no president Akufo-Addo we ne ye ba nora efiri wo monsa John Mahama we ne presidential NDC parliamentary candidate assign nti I am thinking say and also ye ba bia said na Dr. Obiri Eboye can say wo montena se no mo hwehwe niam no I'm thinking say hono so ye ba bia say omo ani ekọ hono and I independent candidate Ebemo, I think Asante region about this Asante Acheampong said that I think
Asante Acheampong no Owoahene Acheampong Asante Acheampong no Agogo
was a almost share sani money na so a year
yes
because any this mo to the bia womo to me take decision be
drastic
side decision no
yes
say wo pe wo for the sake of the party to get me this so but the ban people mo say
I said don't get to make us we NDC former DC and I say be a former MP near 2 now so co independent you were there free party to hell the BCBI you were there at the free party no now man for expect MPP say so be hard tough on some of these guys but omo hwe ne tra edu baby crowd here yes say Cynthia Mamle Morrison eco independent yes say afenyo marking from more parliament omo twitwa pictures about ye oanya nkobio the next morning na ma many interviews omo boa ye kodi nkomo na omo twa picture no kra menya we me ye campaign wo me constituency suhum boafo yes say omo na kosia omo twitwa pictures dia beto Facebook ade na yeye wanya nkobio afi bam na oye interview so debi that wasn't the discussion e kokko ye nti NPP no ano omo ntimi anye tough omo ntimi ahwepe omo members no in line ebi ene de ya ba bedure and intokwa na Ashanti region Haiti chairman wuntumi ene ne first vice chairman enka second vice chairman womunka ne regional organizer esoso womunka ne regional youth organizer womunka womuno eti baby ena another team so eti baby ena se flag bearer ne ba untumi ne dom ne kokosia womo se running mate so eba na the other a first vice chairman ne ono so ni team a omo won line nim no omo so mo akwakosia no na kwete say ase who the omo eye bia until there was so much division from the polling station at the back the constituency at the back the region no at the Kwadi national there was so much division and now you expect the national executive and a council of elders no more party nim say enkomo be zoom in hey the NCC wa Ashanti region na the national executive sentiment kan che say one man te omo etepa na at least e bia meetings bi e betimi akoso eye de Owoahene yete yi wo pani bi a wo fere ne pa so ye bibi no fro Owoahene brafie wo ya eni gina wo be kosisi a wo oyo pani a wo fere no bunu pa a o kan sam kire wa e bia na enya wo de e bia na ade no unya ya nka nipa a papa nya wo panka me ade am de beye no wo de mate wo nso wa mene intina sankrofoni bi ni NPP mu right sa ferefo no a sa manche no to say the regional NPP regional youth organizer wa Ashanti region continuously ono anyone to me the Ashanti regional organizer of NPP Ashanti regional vice any chama to me and then the camp there was that division ni sa intina ferefo bi ni baby
obetime de na no atom ama asomdwe
abamo maye adwuma as a common unit for party no enkanko enti aromo hwe ni tra ye ni so ye yaka ya fremu yaka ya fremu me no makasa osi bibie ni ho o ka mekasa bibie ni ho but masrema no amuna mitrim ene de yen ababedu this point omo ho ntokwa ni ntintwitwa ene me ntiase ase ye ena edu baby so no omokoto omo regional executive abanu wie ne constituency executive abanu we say ya no mo ya appointment omo ye bia yet omo to 7 ni bia omo sa so ya appointment be 77 bi e dia so sa appointment no ye say chairman akwakofa ne nkwala nkwa ene dia ba enti chairman kofa sa ne nkwala ne de ba dia instead of say me na ya to abama me as a bia youth organizer o say bibinia ebesi me so na ebia me deputy no ebi kra mama no robe bi se ke me fa ha into so fa ha sei na ebehia wa ha sei obo se me deputy ni mom ena ye de adwuma na ma no wa bra me na
Oye head.
Me head no. Na me dim kra se bia bibi kra no ekoso ewo eye ebia me sector hono mo. Ti sa niema ni nyina NPP enkonko tena se. Minim se edoso ebi ka dwesem, ebi eka eni enso ade, ebi eka greediness. Ene sa ni nyina hono ma mobu amfu. Sabre ya oma wie ene amanfo beke kebia kire wo mo pa wo mo entie na sopam na omo njote ni nyina down wo mo encross omo teeth na omo dote omo eyes na omo go back to the drawing board na omo enkeka omo niema ensie ni to the NDC Owoahene sabre yakopon ya dom wi ni de aba no he Owoahene yanyintum bebi a politics ne dru no akwakoye uni godfather obregu Tony Godfather ewo parties ni mu a wa bregu so ni pani bi pa obwa
na appointment no ye be say o contribution
ye dey
na wa ya abo party no
ufri so no wa ye adwuma pa o ni pa nyina nim sa akwai wa ye adwuma bo se e upade nko se nke dey we ma wo ba dey twen kakra nsa twen kakra nkosi da bai mentwen kakra nkosi da bay until this is the time nkunim die na ba no ma hu so mo ba ben pe moto nam ha ka nam ha mo de amonyimani na e bia kina so mo fa nso so e bia wiki nyina but right after wiki amojimoni awie no you should sit down the regional chairman of NDC enkotena se we enye we ni mekan we ni manka bia ni oye Ashanti regional chairman of NDC a tena se wakrachefo ene wo maba wafo a ufi say o ka omu bom mon come as a unit na mon co president or president Ashanti region e be about 30% of vote na unya ye edidi president no makrache fo amede omu ebanie me fi say Owoahene Acheampong okuta ebia degree waye masters waye ebia MPhil kraka ho oye PhD ebia in finance nti say bia maslog ena ebia upo bidina call no ma obetimi akwa akwese ho ma branch ye ya abo ama ono so waye say regional chairman starting tenase
no
ene de chele no mon chele e kina so mon fa bi nso so hu na wiki monye sa de no but right after that mon tenase enough of the jubilation mo bre de wa bre enu odie wa bre no gather your men go as a unit ba mo jai say obi anko priniti a eno na say Owoahene mo amoame na sem dimiti kopimpi mo na mikonyam appointment a regional chairman ba meka say me kopa de no kra wo kra no wa amoame enti untimi ma se chenchira memra constituency ma na se memra region mu na me mfasika emeboa party no enti victory na bama NDC no the regional chairman should sit down mon get documents mon mrantie no omon form documents no mo CV semra certificate semra na mon fa nkoto president enim akrachefo wenum no wo mo ebetimi aye adwuma we regional minister kra na fisi de ma we a ebeboa yen deputy de ma we a ebeboa yen na afi mo so akrachefo no boys no mo godfathers na mo du o machi no mo koye campaign no start na bemben no papa ye wi ni awie ntese no ye ne deni o papa no nyankopon na dom no konya minister eye dey minister no mo ye wo state department bi wo ho obetimi de wakwa akwhye ho as you obetimi de wakwa akwhye ho as ebia deputy bi obetimi de wakwa akwhye ho amo akwakoye adwuma se krachi ni a abaya adwuma obenya bia ye na wadidi anase bia obetimi pian ahye baabi board bi so ama wanya bi adidi enti enne edi kosi china any week de NDC mo chele mo ntwaso na mo chele but after week chele ne ba wie ya afi na appointment no president John Dramani Mahama president elect minim se na doctor Eka no Owoahene enni 6 months kra na Ghana for start e the pressure no akono so Ghana for emma na honeymoon bia wo mu fi se wadi bi pen wakotena fie ohu errors no any bibia any asaso edi amawo krachi Jubilee House or what na hoda unim every door bia unim door lock bia unim window bia nya fe nai afe ne de ka we ya breme nti me kotra ya hwe afe na mo office kura no me hwe ba bia me de me paper we begu me de me TV bebo ha ho what na hoda nti you are walking straight there and the next morning you expect to say certain definite decisions be ebe free President John Dramani Mahama or President elect of Ghana be free no ho no aba na hu say ade no e take shape. A Ghana for need time to wait. Ghana for any time to wait Owoahene.
Aha o election house na yatena se e wo Sompa TV ye pensem semu yewura Baumi abekasa elia no yewura Sami Jamfi kasa ye ensam tron hwem dia so wi ye no yewura Baumi anso abekasa ogetum se enkugo na ba enti no osre eni de mu Ghana for ne MPP for nyina obi anka na komanto ye na sadia nsamanfo kan se nye nenko a ene anadwo ti ono de nim se nenku nim dia ma na twe se daache nkunimdie ewo animu a ebetimi aba ena baabi a amanfo ani abra kasa wo se na nipa dodo na ani da asanteman so
yes
se nanka asanteman betwitwa age MPP enso yankwa ankohu ne saa yebeka se ye nama bontene yete nkrofo ka se o okwa asanteman mu de obi kreatim ka se ye de ha ya ye wo yeto mu MPP so be ne primaries ene ne keka ho but enura abatu ya ma yahunu se saade no sesa
yes
eye enkrofo a eto aba na nipa eto aba wa asanteman mu no wo mu ani anso sedia ene PP aban ene o matena na
Owoahene me kan se kwan bi so no asanteman fi se MPP ni wo mo anhye da ni na yesa so only young boys edin common ade a but you time a NPP started say omo ema contractors ni sika amoma barrage ni mu aba be complete roles bia omo ehase sa be 1 month be 2 months ni o say be 1 month ni you say as a rose ni bebre as a quickly take it shape any ade nti na omote ho no mo day yira election he so me interchange ya yete hu yira election year mu be January February March mo ni hu say mine no astati as a oye bibi ema amanfo hu say so me interchange no na omo and that time amanfo feel say aye beto obantina mo yes ade no mo ka say
na mo betima ya mo aye ne dada
ebia be a year ago mo hyase a na nka bebre na be fi say oh ade no omo start be 2 years ni omo guso a wono mo but election year mu na hwe so me interchange ye hu say omo ababe gina so a gidi omo adwuma anopa awia anwumre and ye wo a lot of projects our region yi mu a the same thing na manfo efi say as a election year mu e ba bi ti say okokwada so constituency a efri krobi e friend a Great Junction e de ko ngomase e koya mani ko wie say kroma no e declare omo MP any MPP for persona non grata say when mo ansi wo e kwan ye kitwa bi o emfi ase kran koso am run about e kwan kitwa bi e wo so muguso e de ema kru no omo tina homa demonstration kikiri ma omo no omo MP e di bom kran sana omo movie contractor e de akoho no mo se onkonko yade no emfa ema wo mo enti sane ema ni nyina ma santeman fi se yes moyebi Kumasi International Airport plane 2 from London ababesi Ethiopia Airline ababesi ni ade but omo fi se sane ema we nyina no asanteman voter omo edema mampeni na nado danko akufo de man de history be 1 million vote difference between no any mampeni that John Dramani Mahama ema asanteman sa so be saving ni bio in 2020 no na omo fi se enye omo so ene omo de mampeni na nado danko akufo do de amomo amanfo bebusa o konkre ahwe akufo do mampeni akufo do all commission project hwan interchange flower pot interchange itema motorway phase 2 phase D&D phase 1 hwan Kumasi ba ku pena na wo so mo hyase no na anwene se so me interchange obeti ye somsom be yanwona ga junction interchange ombe ye be kwa runabout interchange ombe Santasi runabout ring road ne wo Kumasi no omo ebe interchange so but at least na asanteman expect bibi om kan no mo de akwa kosi Kumasi Central Market ene si we yes and chrese bia say mampedi akufado ntimi an complete Kumasi Central Market eno no nchese onye hwe wo Kumasi but a monumental edifice yewo adwadifom pimpim a na Owoahene omudidi odwom ho besi ne omunya baabi ntran mo say mo wie kejetia e di dwana ma mo titim mo de bi kogu race cross for no eguso e twen say eye central market mo be wie mo masaba back no motimi enye bibi adie no mo de bi ahwe omoma sankrofo no nyina e wo dependent owo ba owo kunu owo ebikura ye kunafo womo na hye womo ma school ne saa ne ma no nti saa ne ma no nyina ba saa na nipa no so di ya okwan bi so kuma se central market hwe na isi wono mi omo kan no mo de abebo crofrom market kofo na start ye market na che edu baby no mo ntimi anya de mo ntimi anye sa edu baby me kai se tafu municipal for your margin so mo kwa koye moro market no omunya funding no yes World Bank go say sister city the project ni bia yes sika ne da ho se contractor ne koso a onwie ya onfree ho no mo omu decide so mekwa koye moro market no agedifo no sore say omu mpene because na omu okro from dwom na mo pam omu na mo do omu call moro market ho no mo so omu nkodidi kro from dwa no over years ni munwie mo sa so betu ye free ha. What is the assurance mutu efi ase a mo sisika da hono a mo de be yade no so simple mo ti ase a what is the assurance asante mo be yade no ama yasa so aba betena ba bia yete no nti edu ba bi na manfo ba ye bibibi
na do otima Kumasi airport Kumasi airport any Kumasi central market then a priority project
I say Kumasi central market priority you obi on betena kuremu airport wo wonsi woda plane won konko fa bi da ho ba central market obewura ho no akwadidwa obe fo car akwakisi wo ho
se wo ye central market nipa benya adwuma ye airport no
wonya ne
5 years
yes
wontimi because hwe tonesis ne ba ko hand this for Ashanti no nyepa ye sa Kumasi Vence Dubai o moye no ama adwadifo ni pia de stabilize se ni omusika nyina hye no mu nsa say ndisi for performance nto ma besi sa janama wo mo in the nado buy na omutimi be wie ya omucheche stores wie no sa central market omu ye ya ho yaw nka nipa benye adwuma ye me say nka ebe the biggest in West Africa because say Acheampong biggest there na
central market ne be ka ho
central market no ma ye na so check it about 2.5
yes
enti omu ya nipa ba ko nye adwuma ye no enye bi ne de be ye wo event airport no me say ni passe na sebi ye wo Kumasi the whole day plane 10 kra me ba be ko e ba be si Kumasi kra na fi bia fi nipa 100 kra no a nipa 1000
first class for the elite in the society esikafo ne middle class for no an ombe foforo play ya ko Kumasi na kra ni
central egu race course at the chem eni edidwa for the first time eni ehun say race course and many be NDC for amoye press conference yes say na central market ya yesi ho ye wie mama ni nkogum first one mo yije omusika mo brabo mo kase ya chem ham kra mo gogu na ema no nye baby no omo ma odin say mo ya ade na kokoye airport project o but kijetia no enipa mo se be koma no o kijetia central market no
eso chain Kumasi airport you born mo betena kuremu ne nkwa na nyina Kumasi airport wo Owoahene onsi ho senye bia ne dofo bi na eba no obekọ akohia no anase bia wo koja obi wo ho no onsi wo no mo da mo player mo fro konkra ni Kumasi wonfu bi da but Kumasi central market Kumasi kejetia se be complete na cart mi movie ekoba asumdwem ne wo hin hare no a ofro car trotra ebekọ akosi no ho ofro taxi a ebekọ akosi obekọ akoto kobi obeto momone obeto ice water obeto your friends farm milk edi emo say edwaye afewu so hu airport wo bi kura na wansi ho no moda enti niam ni be break project bi a NPP ntimi anwie ewo kroma na ade amahu susu ye say Owoahene abane de akwakoye hwe wasetenem ne to aba na manfo ho kire wo
nti economy no play role ewo mu
yes asat enra ane enani 3 days aye Friday no na dollar ye 14 cedis sabre no ntina mbetima ya amana ye 14 cedis na mutina wa ada mete se Bank of Ghana governor na ka se o metimi ade aba 10 cedis kura nemum enche nam se papa yi me ye president anka me kamema soja phone di abe pam afiri ho wo de ye ne 10 cedis no ma yen ye ne 10 cedis no e ma yen na yenya e bi at least e betimi de yakobe 3 months ebetimi de yakobe bi abe 4 months ebetimi de yakobe 6 months ebe sustaining business community no and Bank of Ghana will way some mo pompi sika gum na mo sa so eyi free system no mu nje bia say inflation no na e ha no a ana say enya negative no ma fa nine so bi na mo di pushi sika no free na mo di ewram Bank of Ghana governor tena ho 8 years e ka kire ye say onim kwan obe fa so ama dollar no about 10 cedis nemum oya emwe dollar about 10 cedis a Owoahene lorry fare so beti wu say dollar timi about 10 cedis for be 3 months and answer 6 months a petrol bo so ebete amana be kan lorry fare ma me na okofa abode efri adoro ba e de be kumase no kasika bo so beti nti bode no obete so
beti wodwam ho
wodwom
nemum ya de kan kire kura be de ne say udala no eba 10 cedis a woka wo de so
eso te
700 billion
no say
dey 500 and I be 400
na Bank of Ghana governor at work as asem we kire yen na finance minister hweno na president hweno na the economic one team no so hweno na papa ne te wono ma de ba bisi ne obra dollar no na a control your marketing ene dollar ni effect a ebenya e the business community so no enya asem keto ekroma say no eye bodua ene mato ene maton ene yeye omo kofa free China kofa free wanwan na omo de abre ko sise ye benya factories ya eye adwuma gidi e bia ebebo ene si ya na ebeko no into your Bank of Ghana governor na so fi say mo betima e bi te say Friday na dollar nam 14 cedis day aye to abano na ye say etete kura de aba 13 cedis etete de aba 13 cedis yo sabre no na dwene pie wie
oya ne bibia enye ye
decide ye wie oya ne hwia enye ye ene yete ho
ene na esan besi dia na oka first and say ebra na impo MPP for kura hia say na na akufo do betu anamo no na watwi nani
Pese ono ne MPs sorry MPs ben 90 isi ke kwaku ono say friend kwaku yi wo fa second ofriata no yini free ono mo a the confidence will be back our economy ni mu o se da ono na mfi se metimi na ye adwuma na anu ya say 8 months o se de ya u change ne kofa Mohammed Amin Adam ye ede ne ba ye where at least on say danye bibi soronku bia ba hu say or there's some kind of energy be a ministry ho some confidence be kakra bi aba ministry ho no mo ema o de hwe sa eye debt exchange o mo ye kokeka nkokora ne miriwe edu ba bi nkokora no kogu ho kenofuri atamfi o mumpu but Amin Adams make sure say anytime o man nkokora ne makora na no yo madwene so o mo koi quickly no afre o mo mesere mo musika no ke menya ebi ase mamo but menya se amamo timi tua de amamo am see yo yate wonya kakra to no ho enti at least Mohammed Amin Adam so call no odi bibi kakra e ko ministry ho no mo a eboaye hwe papai afra asenso boache out de call rules ministry asenso gese bia what the contract or issue new contract bia o old contract no mo de maye no a ena o making sure say one city ne be free finance ministry aba ne ministry ho no mo a on fan koma contractor ba kofo obeche e de ama contractor bia yama o contractor o ye adwuma bia se be ya obekọ back to site na wakọ akoye adwuma enu nti na say all of a sudden you say contractors ni nyina ye back to site as omo eye adwuma as na manfo kro be say eh asenso ba ye what the contract na mama na nye contract fufuro bia na wa ma
mu arehemu
a contractors no esa so benya ne mu didie ni arehemu ono mu sia enkomo ono because say one city ne buy na me chema ne so mo so a e de na kire say two city ba me ka se me che amana so bia so a monyimi nie ba mo quarter ti we wo mo ka die wo mfi obejira kumasi 2 weeks kwabiri is me mo kwan nyina 2 weeks mo ma me 2 weeks ni twam na akwakusi sei nti duru ba bia kwaku ado soso no ampani na ado dan kwaku fu ado ni decisions ni bi ene kwambi so no me nka se eye tintin dia amwa kwambi so no by be me see to aba ni January Owoahene kama ampani da John Dramani mama baby ni elections we by be 80%.
Okay. Na earlier na editor ne doctor can say adwuma kese pa na Ghana for their share owura Mahamansa wo expectation wa kan sem bebre bra wo ye campaign no me ba me we say no time eni na ono nafa enti no there na wo expect e de afri no ho animu ya say be ya at least niema wa kan de ontumi nyane nyina ba so otumi ye ba ko mienu bi na oye ni yie e ma ne so aba Ghana for betima boni din e de aka asem what expectation wo ho
the first thing you say ministries ni bi wono manfa so obi ani so mu no 7th January no so o sai wi a mene no anka that day na meko adwuma that day na right from Jubilee Park to the office to the office na meko akoye adwuma as president meko ya ministry ba ko anka medical guni kanen railways ministry se wan ministry no me de beko akoka roads ho and transport nyina ho what I say na say bia say deputy ministers bi and ado mo be attach the roads minister maybe I was signing roads the mom say we deputy minister in charge of transport we deputy minister in charge of abia railway ne aviation how do you think your quality aviation ministry
Ghana as a country
Ghana as a country you play yes you need airline it's your quality aviation ministry no e de it is some ministry no bear 4 or 5 no me gugu bebre no makeke bia bom baby to say your own friends say aquaculture na dey
Ministry of Agric
asante de ntina wo se nya Ministry of Fisheries and Aquaculture na wo Agric Ministry ho how dey ntia and say mfa so bia ni so how dey ntina yemfa Ministry of Fisheries and Aquaculture no enkoka Agric ho na nya deputy minister be sign say
we take 2 ministries is there when you need per 6 o
say
you person what you say
the mama so be my nipa 60 80 ministries no and I make it me say me nya be 10 ministries
we can boom na say ko 2 deputies I said there one my 3 ministries I was my 2
Matthias say me nya 10 ministries and ete wono mo a na say me appoint nipa 10 e de ko hono mo na me appoint nipa 1111 as your deputies say 20 regional ministers me say asante ebo a me feel say Owoahene ye dum pemprenso bi a regional ministers mfa so ni so especially mama example ye de Kumasi ye example a se ya te so me municipal ya to Tafo municipal ya te Kwada so municipal ya te Asokwa municipal Tafo Pankro no efrimti aba kemi no aba be Subin constituency Bantama constituency mensia yeso ena mensia north ena aba bisem honomo nti can't the KMA boss say ye de sa honi nyina ehye ne nsa say onhwe so na bia yenya mayor no kra na bia KMA no say eye kese municipal na ebia esono ebia enyo bi kra deputize no bia dan say be a regional minister na yenya a whole regional ministry set up isi wono mo akrache fo no wanwan be fi say da bia ye duru no regional minister no ti say we asante regional minister wadwuma ne say
yeah any say na we the president of the region say o man meba so man panyin na na do ba Kumasi he has to call the regional minister for security na we na the chairman of the regional security council
but so municipal NCA also ye municipal director of
regional minister
security
collated all the regional briefings and many nyina so what I said on sentina ye wo uko security ye wo this commander
divisional command or regional command yes
so on that hierarchy no yeah me but me can regional minister there is a kufuado wa ya there second term wa mo be a deputy that one my deputy mayor no e say nya mayor ya ni mu odu ye nya mayor ni mu odu a virtually is acting as a deputy minister at the same time as a mayor.
Deputy regional minister at the same time.
Me make us say, what the emperor deputy kwana mayor na kasa ni munyo obi ani.
When say edubabi na regional ministers ni be crash with MCs ne e be no even come ma orders na MCs ni. I say I don't work under you. What I say edubabi na there was that crashes no. Na MCs ni be see regional ministers because not truly onye adwuma under the regional minister. courtesy ne nneɛma bi na woteki orders there, but ɔyɛ adwuma under the local government ministry. So it's mean them feel say going forward yen trust in yan hu ye let's see betima streamline ne enema no a regional ministers no be regions ni bi wono mo a regional ministers no
your expectations say oba
sa sector no ministries ni bi wono mo be keka bom na watete bi afiri ho no mo na ne 60 ministers na also de be ye adwuma no wanya ede amaye oba soso a Owoahene me feel say niema ni bi wono mo a certain laws any bills any nneɛma bi wɔ no mo a yɛn streamline no yɛwɔ case bi wɔ no metimi kɔ court na afei yɛ sɛ yɛkɔ supreme court there for interpretation bon sɛ lawyer wei kyerɛm hwan ɛyɛ black and white wei so kyerɛ sɛ ɛyɛ blue and white mmara korɔ no a menyɛ sure sɛ in the advanced democracies na ɔmo ɛkɔ ɔmo anim no a ɔmo written constitution ɛda hɔ nom no ntokuro wɔ ɔmo constitutions mu ɛsaa mekae sɛ the late Tamils ɛyɛ constitutional review commission ɔmo yɛ white paper ɛma John Mahama ɛba back as president elect no onye definite white paper no they also sign emma mbrane bi wono ma ye kikabom me definite to wono say oye boni we ya asotwe ni we yemfa into wono white paper no yen sign enwu hia se ye kotete another commission me ye sa ne mani bi bebre ne mani bi wono mo a and onye strict on appointees say ne start ye 2012 no bi wono ma or shepe or in line. They also they also prosecute no or prosecute na man for fees enye enough no. This time obey onye strict and tough. Omiye who say oye juma as president. Me onyai say system no should run. Na problem bi ba na asema ba no ma ba solve. Onye strict. Ye who say bia out of the blue, yes, a president about for not Yabanya Sabia.
Inti ma onye armchair. Yes. On ten office and onye grassroots
president. Mampanin and Ado Danko for the Baffle for Statibi. Now we can be on more. No, I could dino region beam. Sure. Now, I could share Sanye. Now, point is, AC Echo, or Friday. No, our whole weekend now. No, I hear you maybe Monday, numere. No, go back to Accra. Sadia no, some penny that John Dramani Mama Fee say, Ebeboa on ye unannounced visit to certain institutions. Nipa de ujane trasante without supervision. O kwe bi on fa cast be trepe. Hram no odru honomo. So, adena ni party asa, adena okuta ofona, oya TikTok ni WhatsApp abra. Ni party one also attendi to
now man ni nyedin.
Yes.
Ewo appointees.
Appointees ni so waboa yes, omaboa ye campaign amount any ade but time for business. Me so me a legacy to protect me kwa kwatena fie no. So ti mampani that John Dramani Mama should be tough. They also tiano on tiano. They also yidi free on mo, onyini free on mo. NDC wo akachi for bebre. They have the men and normal boys see omo koko school omo sua dia omo men. Hey, uyi we free on mo a. I don't know nkyere say onu no ni hono mo a the country cannot run. Say obi ade ba akufo be kwa kwateno as finance minister as the Rose minister na kwete say we demigod.
What the position you cry chen.
No.
And then I maintain an advice. Yes. For the Ashanti region minister.
Yes.
No matter say when you want to me what I've bosom chino. Yeah, there are 7 billion bosom chin.
Yes.
There are 47 constituencies of the country. Of the region, I almost 7 years. Now, what regional minister, and yes, you and I say you, and say, I'm on home with you. Your person, you have fresh ideas.
Yes. John Mama Yebuba Kaya or a Safu ministers, no, the Samosa Ponko Central region, or the Ekopoku Bakumase. And oh yes, I reshuffle no better 6 months, or Sadu Omoko back to their various regions, her performance. A Juma Ekopoku Baye was say, Nedu baby crana, Kumase for patch or say, President John Mama Ekopoku and Trahasi. So, it's Owoahene. Mampeni should
be for about 12 right, but you pajama just say your call. You'll be then papa bedroom tata. Maybe a bia.
Okay. Before at 12 no be born no. Ye didn't come ya yen sign share or Mampeni Mahama. Lead up to election no ne campaign more can send bebre may way me ba me prosecute we me ba me ye we me hwehwe we mu me ye we ebi ka se so manadwene koye no so nko so a ebe distract no ema ye nhunu the best out of him enema be na eso ye o ma nani koso na ankotwintwa na kwan mu nani beba na ho so na ne time aso afi no be rush last minute na afi amanfo de be kan say oh election ti na all ya de we e de na eso ye careful e wo ho
oma minia
yes sir
why ade ba ko amanfo de tum abama mahama e prosecution accountability me de men kan say accountability
okay
so what they say say ya na Ghana for njidi after 8 years wa wuntimi account wa ban na wuntimi emu akonta mama nti epenipa afro bi aba na niam wo ye no
right
wa baba say NDC for opposition omo kan say
mo say na yedin zaro na NDC support
we ye so me ya
okay
Kumasi na yedin zaro na NDC supporters atiatim no
me ka say yes the way na NDC for celebrity Kumasi moto ni nyama mo branding mentina electoral commission will strategic election in the evening
but maybe electoral commission so Owoahene mo ntwenchena say Baumia Begia to my friend John Mama. I didn't akabio. Omu enumere ya abro so bia 6-7 is declared electoral commission to me kan kire say afi na resource tricky into the region to be ma national ho no more train say one of the candidates will concede defeat ebasa na say
adwuma na ye hare
di ode asma yake obon se tiefo be di dance say one we are M5 electoral commission so yakeka yenya ne nyina nti bam ye de eba betum na amanfo enya kwan
electoral commission there strategically enema anije eba brusu nti ya e declare na nyumre be no son hono no nsia ne fa nti woji ana de koda
and so ye weekend no boys ne be rensa wo
me ka no so na wo de koda nti ade be che no ya declare yes I declare say pa ya efi na de kosi enyumre no de be sikuro nti no omo hwe de ma bi na yen but de na wo ka no accountability ya de ba kwa manfo ba fa so de ato aba ma wo any pano o ka se wo disika whatever obenya kwan nya lawyer ni no akwadwuntwa age no any ma pi ko so a so na amanfo bi na nado ne yenim say judiciary dey ayade anka yem mono because him say be we Mr. No nonsense say who go disika pa na nado abamu ana say ketase hye because nipa na anka sakra ye say we incorruptible nti ye dey na abona mamu mu ade ba chiyesi we si na nado aclear no we si na nado aclear no we si na nado aclear no so the end is for mo say na nado ke no ni kwa so clear na mo bai no mini anti the team minister of agric no near team minister of attorney general and that agric year juma and say attorney general team year juma enti obi anyi na juma gigigi say even say ministers obenya ministers be 3 kra na abo no prosecution whatever ye na efa yi free 110 say business about commission of inquiry
yenye in time
na enye because when you are we should able to heal all the wounds so that we look forward any people wo ha sabe omo prosecution pa especially na do circles nipa bi a omo ben na do pa omo positions no ene hia omo obi kwa bia wa central region kwa na obi mpese we ndisi ni kwa mpese ye be prosecute but those who did na do sebe ebusua nipa kokito bi eye niema bi omo ga say osafo ma for the team and crew say as die bi the former Domlevo sembi e ba ye people are expecting say bibi besi nyehu say no kra bi wo mana enti no yempe we chanting say nipa nya bone ni ehurahura no but say nipa no enu kra nie oman sika kodi ni ho me dem pese ye omo egisika no ma oman no odi ko tumba e fa so be ne ye benya fi atum na odi ko tum no ye sika kodi wo ye no kra hwem court am fa sika body aba say want me everything sika bia some substantial amount of money e be boy economy no media dem pese say mama betie pomba ye de energy sector especially fuel no say bijanse bia nim say Ghana beto fuel almost be 60 something cities and 70 cities abra well market prices enkosoro okay ade na to na ye ntimi remfa ni crude wa Ghana ha na episkafo kofa the light crude say crude are refine fra na the dollars ekokra sama what you baby wo dwine wo hiani sebe na dollar akoso nti ni atutu nemem transport first na ekoso sa every day bia na a rumor of increase of transport first sa consider benti omo na nim ade bo halons wo den sa kan timi gina say to you very refine crude by 5 months why they call won't timi refine crude by 5 months free ho also on certain timelines mo be adwuma say wo by 5 months they call me rukudu ya refine crude our tamare refinery or any other refinery sir free adwuma no free work okay e pasa unim say ya butimen kotari ya kan free kodiba ninya ye vende foreign and sanka ye na refani nanka ye nya kerosene ye nya butimen ye nya sanema we ya ebe boaya mu yasomadwe ye na de ba ko omo avoid ni say contract de number ba ko for contract we nya be say 20
contractor no nko na yaso contract nyina
ya nyina ni pa mienu miensa enti omo nko na ye Ghana fo omo this person na obia
e ba sa akra ma nipa no so ne ho ye ne hare
aya ni tem se be fo sa ye
mo sika no so no echema ne koso nipa nyina so se o ma me contract na o ma Owoahene contract na o ma Asante Ebo contract nyina o workers no so wo yire no mo wa busua itubon se ebecha na akwakusane ase Owoahene we dey ma me musa question ba ko bi na Alan Chiremate effect enye bibia enye susu so bia
na Alan onya zero sa enye zero sa
na cheddar so
cheddar the end kakra cheddar could get about 1% or 0.9 obetimenya a little over 1% I say 0.9 say 1% cheddar obetimenya but Alan is that the Ashanti region central region am who say baby wo ho a
Alan yenye
wonja kakra but no continue biti cheddar baby
okay
it tells you say yabo ama AMPP ni NDC Mahama wa we ni NDC cha wakasa oko independence anasia a party no
o party ni ma na hu se osun
I want takra
na hu free one na be hu na hu se
and ya we me make on se me make sala nchamati independence okwana me nya adwin say pasen ka line ankwa yabo ama ka party pa anka obenyo obi challenge kwa for 2028 Sankala come prime anko
yes and ko tena MPP
ni mu say enka say pankala no when e be pray flag bearer no party
mama for say ko tena mu so anka e be ka so onye running mate
and o de o se menye na me boa party no
okay
ampa mo de am for money papa from
ampa
nka say no
nka betone na so ka din bo say
nka botra start nka say nko for
ba ofie
say besen bra every party
chief boy hu but the party na party a ubre hu etete for young executives near their day one ni bebrebe waja party no hono mo na ode akwakwati afafranto isusu effect no yanhye da enwuru ne sa ewo nemum cheda na nko wini ya na nke pona bedakumase so o enega pona bedakumase na ke namu
na o so ho ne bono
na bono east
kai no Vance parliamentary no I say
parliamentary no there bono east no there apart from Techiman south
and
Acheampong course there no ni aka nyina ko any DC.
I say 11 constituencies.
11 constituencies.
Then is enya 10.
Aine.
And
MPP enya 1.
Oko hafu so a NDC enya 5. NPP enya 1. Internet say eyankwa ayi Gideon Boako and amanfo ka say Frida Prempesa koya say all the sitting MPP sitting MPs no alusu no wanhyanka sitting so be say free MPP inside on but we the amount for yes you need a
yebia the amount for region proper Ashanti region proper coincidence then I confirm CBA
Ashanti region NDC betima confirm so many best 7 seats e Ashanti region matese
omo de na omo wada omo timi maintaining
and omanya sena
and omanya be omanya offense so
no from matimi
sana mate and omanya krufrum and omanya dance asokwa omanya dance asokwa ketiamon into omanya 3 dia kan omo 4 no ho na 7 and amate say omo contest tepa results na eba no mate say NDC contest results unconfirmed abusia from pacho mesremu a unconfirmed, uncertified. Sani atie se omo conteste tepa and omo conteste mankranso and ye afano southeast
no for me say unconfirmed
omo
say NDC for the 5 votes na wene sa na omo ka
nti omo yes say recounting dia kokko ma so nti omo
conteste confirm say MPP lose one
and on ye mankranso na
no I no have one southeast
and only and there
sabronu is southeast
okay
that power na southwest
okay
the achi one confirm say we lose
me and mintimin confirm me and a mintimin deny
so should the be confirm na say so for mo nya be
omonya be 8 seats and this NDC betimenya be 8 seats e wo Ashanti region and sa constituencies omo winning nyina no na eye clear say MPP ankentine omo ho a omo be lose to say tepa the ma NDC betime wini tepa ye say akwakoye settler community settler constituency nti obetima ka say obetimi dia to Greater Accra ho say yes ye cosmopolitan manfra ena ababesue ho no mo nti NPP ntimi nye definite e wo ho so ho ebi so kire say okwa afa no southeast ene ne southwest sa na akwakoye no so akwakoye settler community ne settler constituency okwa adansia krofro mu a sa na akwakoye akwed ahonafo wo ho siremfo wo ho asantefo wo ho bunufo wo ho okwa ketiamon ho a sa de no so akwakoye asante nkremo mfantefo wo ho ahonafo wo ho nkremofo siremfo wo ho asantefo wo ho okwa ofen so nova yetiti MPP elusu no a eno so sa na etie nti NPP edu ba bi omso so monye strategic se fi say constituency na kwakoye settler community a aden na yenyi one of their own a settler person so na uncontested emayen our constituency no mo dan say ye be makwan ma de wanya ne sika bi free baby yes ofri krom ho ye woni tu kronim but e bi ofri kronim a che won takra ma omaye wo monsa so settler person na ote honom na ni wo mote ho oni wo na ko school onya sika kakrakra no onya wo mu oni wo na te honom no yobu honom kra bi kra ni pa nye party ni but ten MPP mre bi mu ye ekofa Dominic Nitiu ere ne contest bimbila abesi ne party no only bimbila seat no ade we edi kwan so bi ka kire mo sa settler constituencies na gradually mu lusu no go back monko bi nipa ne teacher ni o very popular or you one of their own so onye party ni but man kwa hwim no e na ba mo party ni mo resource no mo mo candidate but man we ni seat no e de amamo so nye de bia na chenchina party no mo se mo de dom na eye enti yes party for no ho no mo de ba ke ya hwa chairman ye de okwa amuayen ya hwa wo no ye de okwa amuayen enti me fa we no enko so wo no owini a ye be mo ba bia hye so eye kasa ene enkomo
na ye be mpacho napo effect did you feel it
napo effect
as a running mate
because ya o hwe na with regards to report ayenye free west
central region coastal areas
the impact has been felt
say seat was central region say
but yeah I bet 22
yeah it is a 22 24 na say MPP enya be 3
4
MPP enya 4
NDC enya be
16 18 17 18 it tells us say say Professor Ginana Opokwajiman effect a feeling in 2020 elections no yasaswa feeling bio in 2024 but ye back to say na pofri Ashanti region and ye no Ashanti region na NDC kuta 4 seat e wa Ashanti region meboa ene so mu seat no eko 8 eko 9 and I say eko 10 in 2024 elections we are like I say ye nya the feel of Dr. Matthew Puku Prempe ye ne running mate no so per resource provisional resource ebe me mfa say parliamentary no ene presidential no ye de tunsa ne ani a Owoahene like I say Dr. Matthew Puku Prempe ni effect as compared to Professor Ginana Opokwajiman ni effect of central region connect Accra to western region Takrade and in the second D no so e connect kakra to Greater Accra ewutu senya kaswa ene ne hono mu nyina ndisi awini o nti na kese Professor Genano Poko Ajiman the effect no NDC I feeling ye as compared to Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe ne die ewa Ashanti region and a ebi kura half region and ne ebi abro region because Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe effect na asem na make you a connected to half region a connected to Bono region and empo connected to Bono East because Ngranza na MPP seat over the years and the F3 Monsa Saba so it's part of the Bono East thank you say
and I what kind so Jumedi Bakona Mampania be the chair MPP flag by the man no year was the
middle belt
or man in few any of the sharing sapa say Hana Oma Buana almost massive votes for the party. But the first name Shigua MPP has the opportunity. Party need there Ubiani party any problem. But the managers of the party are the sound round and more party. MPP, NDC, Obiani and this is no problem. But when they give the leaders a Ghana for Pomasama, they will still give that opportunity. And the Ghana for Ntaba Umia, Yentana Po, but messaging, campaigning, strategically, come fast so yeah, campaign. And the economy Ghana for Kase. That is the backbone of every country. No. And only idea about one. But we are lectures in 2016, 2015. No. This was the same time. But who share results now? Banwa. Yow, me who say it is too early to say MPP will need an overhaul of leadership.
A total overhaul.
Hey, from constituency to the one coming here.
A total overhaul. MPP here, a total overhaul of leadership. Sir President Anadu Danko Kufuor Kufia, or say a lot of the party executives. They have logistics are the flag bearer at the bar regions in the mono. And could do from Messimino Mienu Asante Etiha, now man for a party t-shirt.
And Okana Koya.
Now man for see from a buffalo. Adiana man for Pebi. Your constituency, any pulling agents, any pulling station officers, we are no more pay t-shirts. No, normally are film at the acquire campaign. Woman, so omo enya if you could do baby no and now MPP to abayi omo parliamentary candidates no ewie no omo ka che parliamentary candidate no say omo an inform sika nkoye campaign ebi also so a oni bi etubon say ordinity bu adum ni adan say onimo Owoahene na eja obetima mane kakra na obe part esom ye he enti timing MPP edi release even funding to parliamentary candidates no kra no and so ye questionable so questionable MPP here said Asante Eken a total overhaul. Me say nkuko no medie no nimguase nkuko no medie omo entra se minim se obi bie no hono ma wadi for court o ma nanim aye feda he no obi abeke bia they should accept it omo ebedi o matem omo accept atenie no omo beti nsem a eya general secretary national chairman ba omi anamu obeti nsem a eya on develop a thick skin na swallow mene no busa se minua ye ne se ya ne bi omo start open up ma omo nsam no mo enje criticism ni bintum no mo enje advice no mo nyai say omo decide so omo file defense se so no Owoahene blame game ne beba sika ne me ma o ana wan fa nkoba wei ana wan nye sei ana sei ebeba ni nyina so no a human institution Owoahene omo enswallow na omo emmene Owoahene we dey so come na ye da omo se ofilia mensa Hayford ya onna na ni kunu police ni
infantimana police ni na ebo ni
CD ni kunu police ni bana unfortunately I mean can say o lose the seat
okay say e chire kura mampania nanado ye ni deputy minister bi o say minister bi
minister of environment
science and na we dey mama fentwa awi unse last week mampania Kufuor the appointment mama gentleman bi Is your man there? Office
for the remaining period.
The remaining 20.
And your wife in Kufa maybe. 1 month. Asante, your baby don't continue 2 weeks ago. Sebe yo benya kukudu asore kura. Your minister bi wa was your office obi o.
Yenua kwakwa.
Dennis Kwakwa. Our man is executive secretary to BBB and our indigenous BBB business BBB. And our in Kwakwa be kwa adwuma Monday ana.
Supposedly you should be there.
Was all
because I buy betu car that period of year adwuma. Just oko. I said aban no ma oman no ma wie aban no so ma wie. Na nado be
Kwakwa benya S Gracia.
Also wonya nje bia wo ho a on say guys obi o yetime adwuma 6 months you be kid the man e be adwuma 5 months you be kid the man and this say where article 71 office holder was qualified there different ones and for that matter and no I say amamu no koso na do adwuma ma we you and this phone to me in Flash house
na do be on the midnight of 6 January
what you think of pen of Flash house say some Jeffika say you should pack bag and baggage and leave. No.
Na we see them am fan twem Owoahene 16th December. Parliament o mo recall wo mo marry o mbekoko.
Omo marry
old parliament. The 8th
parliament. Midnight of 6. Na the entire mebusa so mbekọ ne yese.
Omo kwere omo da so je na kwa mo kodogwa. So je na kwa na se. Omo kwa kodogwa. O ya. Ade asembeba o. So ya asembeba. O asembeba ya. Eh, say andi si enya overwhelming majority. Why we omo kwa tena majority side was still speaker stories. Ma woni ma ho asembeba.
Babe better than speaker na.
Babe no and I don't know for now.
Oh, and this is because so nominating.
Nominating
and menye so say John Mahama be decide say this time pai o change Baben.
There be party dey be decide o.
Menye so be decide to be change. Baben na ye adwuma o.
Adwuma men this phone.
O adwuma pa.
Campaign.
Share.
Campaign o ye ba ko ne say.
Last way.
There be I know we see heke no.
Eboa pa.
But yaw Baben. Say the only issue wan kase won go bi. Make yes and okache.
Debi asante she.
No, okache is onko bi. So I think say nanum asem no
kan. Odo sakobo wo ni maka.
When you say
say kwa ne party na eba o. Heckle ni ade bia mamu bia.
This parliament no.
The party fund ni ade presidency aba straight.
This parliament.
And for as a president, so when releasing the funds I you approve budget.
Yeah, this parliament. Sabe okura ko speaker beti omre.
Yeah.
Absolute majority.
The NDC the number 180 183 or 170.
Yeah. Every before me say nyanka ho.
Yeah. Me hwe afenyo market. Afenyo market.
They will decide to nominate him.
Na okwatena minority obaka say seat no spiritually good another
okwatena so dey be hu on say times very important yeah one nim say me nim say BNP NDC betima win city kwa be 150 155 bi na bia aboso a e bia na mo ti manya 180 or more dia election media nyini nsuo bu wa kase
wa show but NDC ni Mahama MPP for like no total knockout first round na patim one sorry debi
about we die gentu bi da o minim even this kwanon kuma era
92 96 and Rollins this are 56 54 50 but the Kakwedi here Mama bit menya be 56 point something
percent. And it will be historic.
And it will be historic here. Until America say voter difference no one we be 1.5 million. Quite 1.5 million na. Now you say Akufo-Addo dey 1 million obetwemu nya chire agwachire. Wow, interesting. The democracy no Owoahene eye. O see democracy ne fa insohiem, e fa insonwunum efa de yem efa de enyem na enyini ennoa emme na afie hu se te se ne America betimi de omo nsa si omo bo aka se ye democracy no afa the test of time nti ɛyere sɛ dɛ a ɛbɛgyina no sɛ Ghana yɛdeɛ no so ɛkɔ saa yɛ testy nneɛma no nyinaa bi ne mahama yɛ record president a obɛdi a wakɔ fie akɔtena fie 8 years na wasa so aba sɛ Bawumia wini a nkɔno so bɛyɛ president a flag bearer a waba ballot paper so for the first time wa wini so hu enti ne nyinaa no kɔbɛsa so ayɛ kremoni a wabɛdi ɔman ne so as a president enti ne nyinaa no yɛ democracy no ɛfa mu bi Ghana for yɛn accommodate nyinaa yɛ accommodate na yɛn democracy
religious tolerance na NDC from their history since 1992 they had always brought Christian on their tickets.
Yes.
NDC.
Yes. Say Christian no more they call ye.
Most pan say Rollins ni aka
Christian.
Rollins ni Most
Christian.
Most ni Mahama
Christian.
Mahama ne Misata
Pakwesi Christian. Assemblies of God ni Methodist.
Mahama ne Jinana.
Assemblies of God ni Methodist krona.
What I say? MPP na fa Muslimi. On say I was say it could be northern region near Sabia onye kremoni.
Yeah.
And yeah, a bedroom ra Ghana Muslim be this time round we can bring in a Muslim leader. And ABI as you know the right time may come.
Yeah.
Because whoever thought say Ghana will come a time and say Kotoba, we have no choice than to choose 2 brothers from the northern region.
Yeah. You could have 2 brothers from the north are omulidi the biggest political parties are work Ghana.
Yeah, I said Champions League but now you could do for a team in the
same country. See you could Manchester United Chelsea final. No money free England.
Real Madrid.
You could Real Madrid
and
Atletico Madrid. Omunye free Spain.
Germany so Bayern Munich and Dortmund. Juventus, AC Milan boy.
Yes.
It came to a time now, and I prepare I just say leadership skill and I was saying can it was the Muslim leader buyer.
Yes.
Where will have been our choice in the first place?
Kremofon you know.
What I say? So the dynamics no. Everybody maybe no. The 2 Muslim brothers who come on the ticket of NDC.
MPP say okay, yeah the Christian so echo.
Even from the north, but only Christian.
Or a northerner, but or a Christian. So Nina yebeba be drew.
Yo, ebusuafo na chese Sompa TV so enie your election house ye ma comprehensive coverage 2024 election no yera yabo ama otenenka sanso yera asante yabo a Benedict otenenka earlier ote Dr. Prince Obri yabo so enka sadia yaka no yebedan ye ho ahome so abaye nkoye yebesan ba betena se yeda so awatwene yemu se electoral commission bekasa na yede nia aka akire nyina yede ebeba abesom so enti no yeguso kakra ye ko yenim ewo ha eno enti no moma yenhye eno enso na